Welcome to the Hawks Nest live stream show. My name is Brendan Kane, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays as we've got ourselves today a Christmas Eve game here between our Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans, where our Seahawks will look to try to hold on, cling on to those playoff hopes, keep them alive. It would seem that we don't have the mathematical evidence to say we're going to get in if we win out, but it would seem like if you can win out, you're going to get in. So 1, 2, 3, got to take care of business here this upcoming next couple weeks here to finish off this season right. If we're going to go in, and we've got ourselves a Titan team today that is ailing and not necessarily coming in this at their healthiest nor at their best this year. But Mike Vrabel always gets his teams ready to play, ready to go. They rarely are not going to come out there and give you max effort, whether they're able to stand toe-to-toe with you from a talent standpoint or not. As we saw a couple, 2 years ago, where they definitely offensively really gave it to us at home. Just want to quickly say what's up to you guys here in the chat, because I know we're just a couple minutes away from the game. So I want to say hi to everyone out there. I hope everyone's having a great little Christmas. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. D.L. Brando says we need a big game. You better believe we do. Herbicide, we need the Lions to win. That would help. That's certainly the one where I feel like, just come on, Lions, get us one of these wins against the Vikings. You got 2 games left against them. Just find a way to make it done. Get it done. William Leonard says Merry 12th. Merry 12th to you. William Asapaku, how you doing? Roxanne Roll in the house. Hello, William Leonard. Brian Myers, Jamal and Devin inactive is going to be a little bit rough. No Devin, that's for sure. Not as much, I guess, a surprise with Jamal, but the Devin one definitely is one you go, oof. With DeAndre Hopkins, especially as often as he gets aligned in the slot, you maybe like to have that to call upon. Uma, Pirate Girl Uma. Hawks Nest, Merry Christmas from Seattle. Well, thank you, Uma. Merry Christmas, you too. I hope you're having a great one. I hope everyone is. We finally got kind of some crispy winter weather here where it really kicked in here today. So we're definitely feeling it here on the east side. Flag, how you doing, man? Rodney says, let's hope for a stress-free game. Oh, that's asking too much, Rodney. They ain't going to give us that. He says, I feel that's asking a lot, though. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's a strap-in time here. You know it. Rob says the Marshawn Lynch jersey's out. We locked in and ready. Rob's calling upon the power jersey today. He ain't messing around. He ain't messing about. Flag Sabbath, how much of the Titans defense is out today? So I have that information for you. Let me get to my thing. Let me get to my deal. So we've got out for the Titans today, cornerback Sean Murphy-Bunting, safety Amani Hooker, defensive back Kavon Wallace, linebacker Jack Gibbons, linebacker Luke Gifford, wide receiver Kyle Phillips, defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons, and defensive lineman T.K. McClendon. So Jeffrey Simmons out as well, which is the huge one for me in this game coming into it. Should have a pretty big impact, I think, not having him inside, especially when it comes to whether or not we're going to be able to run the ball or not today. Michael Sachs says, love the sweater. I only get to wear about once or twice a year, man. But when I get that opportunity, it's coming out. You know what I mean? I don't get to wear them much. If I get my shots, that thing's coming out. Brian says, I love the sweater. Where's Pumpkin? She's got her face this far into the bowl right now, and all I'm hearing is just she's noshing over there. So she'll be up in a second with her post breakfast nap, I'm sure. Fly says, first Christmas without snow since I moved to Michigan. It's been a kind of a warmer Christmas. Maybe that's been all the way around the line. We have yet to really get our true snow that sticks. We had some snow early, but it basically after a day it was gone. It's definitely been warmer. Yeah, Flag. Simmons out is huge. I think he's one of the top 10 defensive tackles in the sport, and he's good all-around player, but certainly kind of at the epicenter of what he does well is, he's going to stop the run well. That's for sure. So Colombo says they're playing with a practice squad, basically. Well, I mean, I'll say this. Colombo, at least on the defensive side of the ball, it starts to get pretty close to that. Or at the very least, Colombo, the third preseason game, right? I mean, it's kind of hard not to say that defensively. That's where they are. This is a game where it's I'm sure it's going to be closer than we'd like. But it doesn't mean this maybe shouldn't even be a game where you're able to, get a little bit more done there. But we'll see. I heard Carol was saying that Geno Smith had a great week of practice and was looking as good as he looked all year. I don't know if that's just Carol talk, but it could be true. And if he looks good, then that'll help us. We need it, man. We need this game, that's for sure. JMG says, very festive, Brandon. Thank you, man. Gotta mix it up on you guys every once in a while. How you doing, Greg? Nicholas Newton, hello. He's just watching this with my daughter, Brandon. Well, tell her I said Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are having a good one together there. It's great to hear. Brian says, I know it's Hawks, but the sweater is the dictionary definition of an ugly Christmas sweater. It is, man. It is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to own it. Will Go Lightly says, yo, what channel is it on? Blocked on YouTube for me. I'm on Fubu, so I guess it would be, what is it, the ABC affiliate, I think? Brio says, whoa, too many lines, triangles between the sweater and backdrop. Between the sweater and backdrop. It's a one-off thing, so we'll just be doing this today. This will not be an everyday sweater occurrence, I promise. Rubber Duck Off-Road Garage, Merry Christmas. Go Hawks, go Hawks. It's a festive for the rest of us. Hoy and Grenade, Merry Christmas and New Year's. All don't let a game dictate how you feel tomorrow. Oh, no doubt about that. If you're with your family and friends tomorrow, no matter how this game goes, win, lose, or draw, definitely appreciate those family members that are near you and all that stuff. Be thankful. 16-bit blocker, pumpkin shouting down. Merry Christmas, Brandon. Oh, she's going hard this morning. She woke up real hungry. She's been fasting. Robs, it doesn't matter how injured the team is. If Shane Waldron can't make adjustments to a day, if he can't make adjustments today, we are still stuck. Well, to your point in there with Mike Vrabel, you're going to get a coach, I think, in this game who will absolutely test you where you've been weak on the film. He's not going to just rock, I think, 4-man fronts in this game and just go, well, if our front four can pressure, you're going to see stacked fronts offensively. You're going to see him trying to confuse Geno in this offense because that's been something that's worked pretty well. Vinny Friend says, let's go Hawks. Merry Christmas over there, digging the sweater. Thank you, Vinny. What's up, Vinny in the house? Hope you're doing well, man. I got your text too, Vinny. I just was prepping on the show, so I didn't have a chance to pop to it, but I got all your stuff that you sent through. Hope you're having a good one, man. Matthew Brand, good morning, Seahawks fans from California. Well, good morning, Matthew. All right, here we go. So the Hawks are going to kick this off short to start things off. And oh my goodness, it works. They just sort of Jedi mind tricked the return unit there on the kickoff. It was a short kick, and the lineman fair caught it at the 10-yard line, which was not what I don't think the Titans were hoping he would do there. So the lineman sort of just jumped in front of the kick returner and said, "No, I want it." You know those linemen, when they get a chance to get the ball, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take it. Oh, let me get the thing up here, score tracker for you guys. All right, first. What's going on? Can't see my mouse all of a sudden. All right, knocked away there by Quandre Diggs. Very close play. Sorry, my mouse just decided to go out on me here. All right. What's going down here? My mouse just decided. Trying to get this up. My mouse just totally went haywire on me. 2nd and 10 here. Outside zone run to Derrick Henry. Drugged down by Boye Mafe. Nice job. Trying to get this thing up for you guys, and I can't quite get it up because my There we go. There it is. Jeez. Mouse was tripping. All right, 3rd and 7 here. Technical difficulties 10 in the morning. Shotgun look here for Tannehill. 2 receivers to the far side. DeAndre Hopkins to the near. Seahawks showing a little bit of stack front. Looks like the Titans might have jumped off sides there. Tannehill was trying to hard count it and got his own guy. 3rd down. Some early miscues here for the Tennessee Titans. Tannehill getting back shotgun, 4 wide this time. Steps back to throw under some pressure, and he is going to be taken down to the ground. Let's go. Leonard Williams. Jarran Reed in there. Looks like Jarran started it, and Reed helped to finish it. Nice job of getting a lot of pressure there from a variety of guys, though. The pocket just completely sunk in around Tannehill, and he caused a fumble to Jarran Reed. Nicely done by Jarran, first causing the fumble and then wrapping on the ankle and rolling there afterwards. But a very good job by the whole pocket to collapse, giving Tannehill no place to step up to there. 4th down and 20 there, so nice opening series here for the defense. This punt's going to go to the 38 where DJ Dallas will fair catch it and bobble it. DJ is always going to put freak you out. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, put lock in. The obligatory. It's obligatory, Sanchez. I'll give you that. It's obligatory at this point. Got to say it. Got to say it, right? Got to say it. Indeed, we do get some Geno action here today, though. Seattle has all of their regular starters out there playing. The exception of Haynes, but it's really kind of at this point like Bradford's taken over for Haynes rather than it really is, I think, as much an injury thing there with Phil. 13 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Geno under center to start things off with a 2 tight end look. Sends Fant in motion. Gives back into Walker. Walker spins his way around for a gain of about 3. Good to see Walker going. There was some question of whether or not he was going to be able to play today. Dealing with a shoulder injury. Oh, they're only going to give him 2 there. A little chintzy on the spot. Geno in shotgun, empty look. Drops back to throw. Gets it to DK Metcalf, who bounces out. He's fighting. Oh, DK is trying to get that first down with all of his might and just a little bit short. Little comeback route it looked like there for DK. Will bring up 3rd and very short for the Hawks. Certainly would love to just take control and command of this clock right from the jump. Something that has times been an issue for this team this year. Also, with all those defensive backs out, take advantage. DJ Dallas is going to run the brotherly shove as the quarterback here. He keeps it. He's being pushed. Good job by the Hawks there of Parkinson with the butt cheek push. He got in there. He got up in that cheek. And he drove. And DJ Dallas kept strong on it. Good enough to get the first down. Nice job. Whatever it takes to make that play work. And start pulling that rest of the NFL teams too. Find a way to pull that out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook because it seems to work. Does help when you got the blockers up front like the Eagles do that can really drive. But look at Parkinson. He didn't even do it was more in the back than the butt. He just kind of grabbed DJ by the back and just said, you look at that first down. First down here for Geno and shotgun. Little bubble screen out here to Tyler Lockett. Lockett gets himself a gain of 4 and then runs out of bounds. Jordan, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, do I dare wear my rookie Wolf Gray Russell Wilson jersey? Oh, do you dare? Do you dare test? You dare test the forces at play here? If it's your luck jersey, it's your luck jersey. You know, I've always say every person's got to decide on their own whose theirs is. Empty look here for Geno, dropping back to throw. He lets it rip outside here to Parkinson on a little out route there. Parkinson taken down the ground after a quick catch right near the first down marker. Some quick throws here for Geno to start things off. You do like this. Geno in a pistol look now. Play action pass. He's got to throw it down and dirt it at Kenneth Walker as there was penetration early there. Denico Autry supplying the pressure. I think the lineman there is trying to let the defensive lineman through to open up kind of little, it's not even like it's kind of like a little shock screen there to the right. And the lineman let Denico through just a little bit too fast. 2nd down and 10. This has been a run-heavy drive for the Hawks. They go empty here now. Geno dropping back, looking. Oh, Geno crushed from the backside. Charles Cross gives up the sack to Arden. Is that Arden Key? Great play by Arden Key. He just blew past Cross around the edge. Nothing too fancy here. He almost looked like he jumps off sides. But he just sort of ends up timing the snap perfect because he's right on that line between jumping off sides and blows past Charles Cross. 3rd down and 16. He jumped off sides again there. Are they going to call it this time? Up top for Tyler Lockett deep. Free play there for Geno Smith. We're certainly going to get an offsides on Arden there. That one was blatant. The prior one was pretty damn close as it was. And Geno throws it up top with a free play. I love to see quarterbacks do that when they know they got the free play. Throw it up. Give yourself a chance then at that point to go make a big play. And just off the tips of Tyler's fingers. The Hawks will get another attempt here at 3rd down. Third down and 11. Geno's perspective here, you'd like to just at the very least get this another 7 or 8 yards into field goal range. Geno dropping back to throw. Well, lets a wobbler loose. That ball caught. Jake Bobo is not able to reel it in. Jake Bobo signals to Pete Carroll to challenge it. I caught that. I'm Jake Bobo. I catch things. That's what I do. Jake goes down to the ground. Man, it looks like his hands are underneath the ball. Does Coach Carroll challenge this, though, without much real... I mean, there's upside in that puts you an opportunity to go for it on 4th down, I suppose. Or make it an easier field goal. Doesn't sound... Is he challenging? Yes, he is. Coach Carroll's going to decide to challenge this one. I think it's a catch. I mean, the hands are... Usually that ball's got a little bit of greenery. You can see it touching as the guy goes to the ground there. But right there, he gets his hands basically locked under the ball like this, and it's pinned between the ground, him, and... But it is a little going to be... Is there an angle which is going to clearly show that here to the referees? We'll say. We'll see. Jordan, thank you again for that $5. I mean, you can't see the ball moving, I'll say that. Like you got a... Looks like a catch to me. Call me a homer. Looks like a catch to me. Jordan, but thank you again, Jordan. Yep, do what you got to do today. We need all 3 of these wins. If we get these first 2, I'll probably have to whip out the Largent jersey on the Cardinal game just to make sure we can get in. just to make sure we can get in. Nice to you to make an appearance. All right. Now, if you do get the challenge overturned, you kind of just gotta go for it, right? It's still not just like a chip shot field goal at that point. Bring out the DJ Dallas brotherly shove again. Pumpkin says Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas? Yeah. Fire Country, February 16th. It's gonna burn. All right, the Titans drum band can't hold I can just tell by their movements. They can't hold a candle to the Blue Thunder. Yeah, everyone can hear you. You know, I know. I got it. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Just saying. Hands underneath. How's that not a catch? They're not going to call it a catch. The Hawks are going to have to punt. Wow. They even showed a really clear angle there after the break, and it looks like he got his hands underneath the football. Pretty crazy. So Ryan Tannehill, check him back out here. Garth, thank you for the $5. Brando, where would you place the Chad Brown autograph card? I got you. Are there different eras in the background? It's kind of a mix right now, Garth. Thank you for the $5. It's kind of just a mix right now. I don't have it as a different. I probably eventually will have to era it up. You know what I mean? For maybe the final background. We're end up settling down fully here. Under center here is Tannehill quickly early on. He'll give it to Henry. Henry will get taken down to the ground after a gain of 4 or 5. We've got a Devin Bush signing on the field here. Bush with the tackle. And no Bobby Wagner on the field. Interesting. Okay. No, Bobby's out there. They're just rocking three linebackers. Okay. Titans come out with I formation. We'll come out with base. Another run here to Derrick Henry. He bounces it outside for a 6-7 yard gain. That'll be a first down run for the Titans. A little bit of a rare base look here for your Seahawks this season. Okay. Henry absolutely ran all over the Hawks the last matchup between these two teams 2 years ago. He had himself a day. 1st and 10 here. Play action pass. Tannehill tries to throw it. Ball will get knocked down as he throws it by Mafe, who was also supplying the pressure. Seen a lot more of that this year where the unblocked man in the line of scrimmage when you're doing the play action pass. You know, you used to always be able to count on that edge trying to scrape down the line of scrimmage to go help out in the run game. Now in the modern NFL this year, especially, you're seeing these guys, they just go attack the quarterback. You know, it just gets predetermined that we're not going to let them have the play action pass out of this. Pitch play outside, 2nd and 10 out to Tajay Spears. Spears with a nice little stiff arm, but Tariq Woolen battles him and throws him out of bounds there with a 2 yard gain. I think Garth, thank you for the $5. I think right now here's the opening spot is right here. You know what I mean? I think this is where I would put it in, just either right below Craig, or I probably have to put him maybe above Craig and then Craig below, something like that. That would probably be pretty good, I think. And Merry Christmas Eve to you too. Thank you as well. All you do for the channel throughout this year, Garth. All you've done for years. 3rd and 9. Tannehill and shotgun. Hawks showing a 5-man pressure look here with Wagner. Wagner's coming. Stunts around. Throws it over the middle. Completes it. Quandre Diggs with a nice hit. But that will be a 1st down. So I think, yeah, I'll probably go here and then Craig down there. Combo them up. Seahawks drop into a little bit of a zone there. Diggs comes up and gives him a nice little love tap there at the end, but Draymond Jones supplying some pressure on Tannehill. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. Nothing. Titans about the 40-yard line here in their own territory. Tannehill's going to change the play, sensing a blitz, brings in the protections tight. Going to be a run. Henry bounces off first tackler. Goes 13, 14 yards. Jeez Louise. A lot of Hawk bodies were around him there. Didn't look like there was necessarily a big hole. Just yeah. Yeah. All right, Titans with a nice drive here on their second one. Getting it done with the run. Now in Seahawks territory here at the 48-yard line. Give flea flicker play here for Tannehill. He's going to come back underneath. Ooh, nice hit by Julian Love. Julian absolutely rocked the receiver after the catch and dislodged the ball with it. Nice hit by Julian Love, clean as hell. Yeah, he just got right in there and perfect strike point. Love last week, 8 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 passes defensed. It's the NFL Defensive Player of the Week, and the receiver has had to go back down to the knee after that hit. That one did not feel good. Can't blame him. Love got him right. Love got him good. He clipped him. Phoebe Moore Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donation. Says a lot of base 3 defense. Yeah, it took me a while to notice that too for a second there, but now I'm noticing, I'm like, ooh, okay. I like it. It's an adjustment. It's something new. It's something different to accommodate to the opponent, right? Rather, we're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to line up who we are. Well, what is our opponent? What are they going to want to do? Where are they at from their wide receiver position? You know, everything was around Henry. Okay, what would maybe help us with Henry, especially if they go to 2 wide receiver looks, 2 tight end looks. Let's slide to base. Let's go big on big. I like it, Phoebe. I like it. It's a little bit of a different approach, tailoring to the opponent. Austin, Julian Love did have his baby. I think it was Friday night, one of the two. Everything sounds healthy and good. And then he was able to fly out and get out to the game quickly to lay some smack down. Laid a baby down, now he's laying some smack down. Boy, that rowing movie sure looks great. Really excited to see that one. I know the world's been waiting for a movie about 1900s rowing. Mitch, is there a Hawks Nest Discord? There is a Hawks Nest Discord. You can click down in the description link section of this video, and we've got everything down there from the store to Patron to indeed the Discord server, which we're just reopening kind of back up and getting going. So but it's been rolling for a while. Just I've had it more kind of privatized. And right now you got Detroit up 7-0 in that early game. Oh, the Vikings just did score in the Detroit-Minnesota game, which as Hawk fans, of course, are paying a little bit of a close attention to. So that will be 7-6 with pending the extra point there. Wide receiver Moore is going to go to the blue tent there for the Titans. So bring up a 2nd down and 10 here for Tennessee. Take a look for Seattle. Tannehill rolling to his left. Looking, and kind of a wayward throw there. I'm really a fan of the quick rollouts left, where a quarterback's got to try to throw a ball that's going to get you 7-8 yards maybe on a throw that's going to be awkward for him rolling to his left, trying to, especially as a right-handed quarterback. Lefty would be easier, but it just played not a lot of high upside reward to it, but a high degree of difficulty. Receivers got to win a quick route to the outside, create enough separation to not have it get picked. There's not a lot of other secondary options. 3rd and 10 here. Seahawks showing a 5-man blitz. And Titans are going to run a bubble screen here. The Seahawks do a good job of defending it, cutting down the bubble screen player after a gain of only about 4 or 5. But this will bring up an interesting decision here for Vrabel. He's really far out as far as a field goal attempt goes, kind of like where Carroll was after the challenge on the last set, where a little too far out to try a field goal attempt. Do you want to go for it on 4th down here? Vrabel's going to trust his defense. DJ Dallas back deep. Nice job by the Hawks defense to stiffen up there. DJ back, and ball will be caught actually by a Titan there. Somewhat caught and dropped and picked up. But nonetheless, the ball will be at the 6-yard line. Atlanta is another game we're watching, of course, too. Indy is tied with Atlanta right now, 7-7 in that football game. One to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on. Jason, see what's with Dallas. I told you, Jason, he has freaked me out all year long with how he returns the ball. He bobbled the first one today. It's just, he's not comfy back there doing it. And if you have a guy that you put in that role who you've kind of forced into the role rather than it's something they do naturally, it never becomes quite something that they ever feel quite at ease with. There's always a bit of shakiness back there, even in sometimes what you'd think would be the most sure-handed guys. A person says, nice sweater, fire. Thank you, person. Only get to bring it out, once a year or whatever, but gotta bring it out when it's time. When the time is right. I know. Atlanta's playing Indianapolis today, and Detroit's, of course, playing the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of pass to begin things out here for Waldron on that first drive. Let's see if he leans a little more into trying out some, a little more running here on this one. Let Bobo return kicks. I don't know why, Sean, but I feel like I just feel more at ease with him back there. I'd feel calmer. Jason likes the sweater too. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Tennessee's got kind of a cool tailgate area. One thing about Seattle, we don't have much of a tailgate area going on. No, we have no tailgate area. Kind of sucks. Feels like a smart business person could take advantage of that. All right, 1st and 10 here. Hawks, the long field to work with. Starting from their own 6. And boy, that play just gets swallowed up in the backfield. And the Titans are on the snap count of the Hawks right now with Geno Smith. These guys are jumping. I don't know if they're aware of it or something, but I just saw a different guy do it there where he's right on top of it. Geno's got to hard count that up a little bit here, especially you're down in the shade of your own end zone. There's no downside if one of your guys jumps to that point. You lose a yard or two, but the upside is you get yourself out of the shadow of your own end zone. Kind of a lot of quick snaps here. And another quick one here into Kenneth Walker with a run up the middle there. He's only going to get 2 or 3 yards. Linebacker able to get it done there. 3rd down and 11. But it's just about right now. I'm going to see if it on this next snap's the same way, where Geno's told them in the huddle, as soon as you come set, hike it. There's no real hut or hike. I wonder if it's just completely silent. But the Titans are on it right now. They're taking advantage of that. All right, 3rd and 11, DK in motion. He's going to work out of the slot here on this play. Titans are going to bring a blitz. Geno's got to get rid of the ball here, and instead goes right up into the waiting arms of a defensive tackle, and he'll get taken to the ground for a sack of about a yard loss. Rough start for the Hawks offense here. Michael Dixon will punt here now. Gets the punt off. It's a good deep driver. Sends him deep and driving all the way back to the 30-yard line. Hawks sliding off tackle-wise, finally able to bring the punt return to the ground after a gain of about 10, but good overall flip of field position there considering. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donations as we have 2 backup quarterbacks. Yeah, I don't know what Geno's quite doing there with his back foot. I guess nobody's open, I suppose. But again, you've got a 5-man pressure front coming with your quarterback in the end zone. You'd think Waldron would have some kind of just check down option there, right? I mean, it is 3rd and 11. You're not likely to, but okay, give me some quick throw at least to give me some room out of there, or at least my quarterback gets under duress. He doesn't have to smartly move up in the pocket or not. But yeah, definitely going to be addressing the QB position this offseason. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. 12th North Chaz has put Pumpkin in to return punts. She could do it. She's got to change of direction like you wouldn't believe. Look at this. Look at this bendiness right here. The clean technique. The clean technique. Thank you, Sanchez. Yeah, Pupog, I wasn't a big fan of that 3-play sequence there Waldron had dialed up. He just runs hot and cold, though, seems like. I think we got to try to find something with the running game today here. We can't just get 2 pass happy. And again, they fell back into a little bit of their tendency there, which is that they got to the first down, they threw the first down pass, and then you get to 2nd down. So what you've tended to do this year is in 2nd and long, you tend to run. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. Your tendency as a team is to go to a run then in those situations. And teams can predict that when you do it to the degree the Hawks have this year. I talked about earlier in the stream today. So you better believe that the Titans are absolutely aware of it. And so that it just, again, removes now some of the effectiveness of your running game, where it's, well, he wasn't able to get free on that game, but well, part of it was them playing the odds of you guys not going them back to the pass on second down. I know that they're probably trying to attack this secondary with some of the injuries that are going on back there, and they'll probably get their way to it before the end of the game here. But I think you got to try to find some balance here with it. You really do. All right, 1st and 10 for the Titans. We'll take over now with their third offensive possession here. Tannehill under center, Henry in the backfield. Play action pass. Tannehill dropping back to throw. Ooh, Quandre Diggs just drilled the player, and he's going to get flagged for helmet-to-helmet hit here. Treylon Burks just got lit up on that play by Diggs. Hawks defensive backs are hitting today. They're laying some smackdowns out there. I don't know. It looked pretty clean to me on Diggs. Did he get the helmet? Yeah, yep. He went across the head. That's going to get called. You can't have it even tap. So that's the way the letter of the law is called. And Diggs did what he could to try to take his head out of it. It's more if he got him around the jaw than he actually got him on the helmet. And Jordan Brooks is coming up limping here after the play. He's going to need to be helped off the football field. He is barely able to put any weight on his left foot. Not a great sign there for Jordan Brooks, especially for a Seattle team that seemed to have wanted to lean into a little bit more of the base looks today from their defense. Jordan does not look like he's going to be able to come back out. He is being very lightly putting any weight on that foot right now. First down and 10. Titans now all the way to the 42-yard line after the penalty on the Seattle Seahawks. Pistol look formation for Tannehill, play action pass. He's under pressure. He's going to get forced and flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to throw this away. Diggs with his second big hit of the game today. Love's laid a nice big hit today so far. Good job in pressure there by Derek Hall and Darrell Taylor. D&D. Second down and 10. Tannehill outside zone, strong side of formation. Henry with some room to work with there, and he's going to get 8 or 9 yards down on that outside zone run. Derek Taylor took an inside route there instead of setting the edge. Rookie mistake there. He sort of just set up the blocker to the bin, then be able to pin him out of the play. Third down and 2. Titans are 5th in the NFL in third down conversion this year. Pretty good at that. Tajay Spears in the backfield will take the give, and he gets right up the middle. Yikes. He'll get a first down. $55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Titans now 43 yards rushing in this first quarter. So they've definitely found some headway there against this Hawks defense. Give is inside here again to Tajay Spears. Spears rode down to the ground there. That'll be a 2-yard gain. It might be the last play this quarter for us. Maybe more Seahawks. Thank you for the $2 donation. Says, no way. We already have Drew Lock talk. No, I know. There's certain conversations that every week emerge, and that's one of them is the go to, Go to the lock. Hal Sanchez has got a meme donation thing on it, Yeah, they're going to let this clock run out there for the first quarter. So the Titans at the 25-yard line will have a 2nd and 8 here when we begin things back at the second quarter. And, to your point, feed me more Seahawks. The coaches have decided that Geno Smith's the best option. I don't think with the desperation of this season that they would be going to a better quarterback if there was a better option there. There's some things on this team that I don't think the coaching staff is always seeing clearly. I don't have that same feeling when it comes to, I just don't think it's as hard to determine in-house who your best quarterback is. I think that there are things in-house that are hard to figure out and understand about your team. But to me, that's the one where we're this deep in the season. We're 2 years into the Drew Lock experience. The coaching staff feels how they feel about this. And I think that they're trying to go with their best option, in my opinion. But I'm not surprised with that. It'll happen, Phoebe. We will also get, before I'm sure we'll get the DK trade talk will come up at some point today. Yeah. Garth, thank you for the $5 donation. Pumpkin agility drills at the combine were off the charts. She went undrafted because of her work ethic and diet concerns. Yeah, they were trying to figure out how are you going to be a slot receiver at 250? Yeah, you're moving well right now, but it's like Zion, Garth, on the basketball court. It's like, okay, well, you're pulling it off at this weight, but you're one extra cheeseburger from blowing an ACL here. We can't count on your health with it. Now, she's been very healthy, but she also is not out there taking hits anymore. So could she have withstood the beating and the punishment at that point, Garth? I don't know. She would have given you some magical plays, I'll tell you that. She would have gotten out in the open field a few times and taken your breath away. But yeah, the work ethic concerns were legit. You can see right now, she's already on her 3rd nap of the day. She's on the breakfast nap. That's the 3rd nap. First 2 naps are the waking up process. You get up first, kind of walk around, back down, get back up again. Snap number 3 right now. Thank you, though, Garth. Appreciate you. Barry Satoro, thank you for the $2 donation. Is it me or is Pete always looking confused? Yeah, he is. I'll tell you, I was streaming over my Twitch channel the other day, and I was checking out, just making sure how the video looked on the thing in replay, and I was watching myself on video, and I was making the same look. So I was like, I can't give Pete as much hell for this. I'm starting to do it too. 2nd and 8, Tannehill in shotgun. He drops back to throw, and he will complete that ball on a post route to DeAndre Hopkins. He's run a million of those. First down. But yeah, you do, I think, like a little bit better, Barry, having the guy on the sideline when he's got a little bit more of just he understands the plan. He's not looking as phased by the game necessarily and what's going on. And Jordan Brooks is out with an ankle right now. They say he's questionable, but boy, the way he walked off the field didn't look like there were any questions about it. So we'll get a long look at Devin Bush today. 1st and 10. Titans in the red zone now. 12-yard line. Inside carry here. They're going to throw it to Derrick Henry. Henry's going to complete it for a touchdown on the trick play. 2nd one of the game run by the Tennessee Titans for a touchdown. And the tight end out there was Henry. He's got a few of those in his career. You get everybody buying in to stop in the run and Derrick Henry. And then you just run one player through the depth. Nobody picks him up. Touchdown. But yeah, Barry, I've long said that too. That look of just, I know he's deep in process, but it's not a look of confidence like you like your coach, just that. Yeah. All right. Did Geno and the boys do on their 3rd offensive possession here? Yeah, I think that's Diggs there on the play. I agree. I don't know for sure who's supposed to pick up that guy off the line of scrimmage. It doesn't look like Artie Burns was even, who was lined up across from him, was even halfway looking like he was supposed to do it. So I don't know who blew the coverage on that one. Could have been Trey. If I had to guess, I'd guess Quandre, but don't know for sure. Hawks offense is going to do here now. Geno 3 of 5 for 17 yards to begin things. A lot of short passing and running the ball. We got 4 carries for 3 yards. One of those was the brotherly shove. That's your most effective run play so far. Well, let's see what they go to here. Chat's going hard today. Oh, goodness. I get it, man. I get the frustration. I do. See what they can get done here today. Huh. Skinner's still doing it. Yeah, 4th quarter touchdown pass for Derrick Henry. Seattle defended the first trick play well. Not that one. DJ Dallas, short kick. He'll bring it up here. DJ Dallas, almost got through there to make some real damage happen. We still got up to about the 32-yard line there, where Geno and company will take over. They got Trey Brown. It could have been Trey Brown, too, who was supposed to be back there. It's not necessarily guaranteed it's Quandre. I would say it's one of the two, but not necessarily. All right, Hawks come out with a 3 tight end look here, 1st and 10. The give is going to be inside here to Walker. Walker loose in the open field. Walker 10, 15 yards, 20 yards, 25 yards down the football field. Turning on the Jets was Walker there. Nice cut, too. Started inside. He wound that back outside. Good, great vision finding the hole there. Just what the Hawks offense needed. 1st and 10. Give back inside to Walker here. Another nice little run there. 4 or 5 yard gain there. Nice little bounce after he got through the hole there to clear him out for a couple more yards. 2nd and 6. Geno back in shotgun now. Charbonnet to his side as Walker gets a blow. Play action pass. Back outside here, DK Metcalf. Metcalf with the catch and the leap. And Metcalf down to the 15-yard line after the catch. Nice job there. Boy, the defender came very close, it looked like, to undercutting that pass. Geno just able to fit it in with some velocity there. Oh, he just couldn't cut. The defender just couldn't get his hand quite there. And DK with the showing off the vert. Let's go, DK. 1st and 10. Some of the throws coming out of Geno's hands are not looking super great right now. I don't know if just maybe some weird couple throws there, but the Hawks just burned their second time out after the first down. We've seen this has been an issue for them throughout the season. Is just, I don't mind the challenge on Carroll on the first thing, but then you got to preserve those next two timeouts. Especially if you just come off a first down. Seahawks now down in the red zone. They're 26th in the season for the NFL at 47%. Give is into Walker here. Walker inside looking for space. None to be found on the inside zone run. He may have gotten a yard or two there. Second and 9. Two tight end look here for Seattle. Three tight end look here for Seattle. Play action pass. Geno looking, finds Parkinson. Parkinson does his best to stay in bounds there and try to get up the field as this momentum was taking him out of bounds. He does make the catch and get a nice little gain here to make this third and makeable for the Seahawks team. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. 11:19 to go here. Hawks are knocking on the door. Seahawks 3 wide. Geno in shotgun. Dropping back to throw. He's going to throw it up over the top into the back 3-4 yards. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jackson Smith and Jigba's knee hit the back of the wall. He's getting up very, very hobbled. Oh, no. His knee hit right into the concrete. Why did they got the opening on the concrete? These effing NFL stadiums, dude. It's like, oh my God. There's concrete anywhere near the end zone. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. They've got an unprotected area of just concrete wide open for a player to slide into and hurt themselves on. Absolutely ridiculous. And Geno, what are you throwing to? You throw it 4 yards out of bounds? On a 3rd and 3, you got 4 yards you need. And this offense and the way it runs sometimes is fucking stupid. And congrats, Geno. You got your guy injured. Like, for a throw that wasn't even going to give him a chance. He throws too many of the... I've been a backer of Geno, but the thing that drives me crazy with him is the amount of throws that he just blows, where he just decides, I'm just going to dirt this thing 4 yards out of bounds for no particular reason, just because I've decided predetermined I'm going to let it. Just like, come on, man. Yeah, Geno's pushing my buttons too. The ball's coming out of his hands funky. I don't know if I said I didn't want him out there if he's not 100%. I don't know what that throw was. There's 2 guys in the back of the end zone on him. You're not giving him any chance to complete the ball. Their stadium is stupid for having concrete exposed that players can smack into. There's a reason they've got padding on every other part of that wall except this foot space on the bottom part that JSN bangs his knee into. Oh, Lord. Stupidity on so many levels. Oh, man. 3rd and 4, and you throw a route to the back of the end zone. I'll be back. I need a second here. Oh, certainly don't mind losing. I don't mind having things go wrong, but when your team does stupid stuff, it does get annoying as hell when you watch them just obviously who's putting their thinking cap on here? who's using the brain here? God forbid Gino tries to use his legs to maybe go get the 4 yards. Quarterbacks can't run. All right, so fair catch here on the kickoff by the Titans. Tannehill will take over. Titans scored a touchdown the last drive on the back of some very good running. They were working really the outside right side of the their offensive line there to get their hay made. Tannehill under center here to begin things, 1st and 10. Play action pass. Completes it to the tight end here. Will make the catch for a gain of 12, 13 yards. First down. From the 37-yard line, Tannehill will give this to Henry on another B-gap run there inside. He'll take it running hard and get himself about 7 or 8. Titans have been very, very, very effective today so far in running the football. Henry, 6 carries, 42 yards for a 7-yard average carry. Tyjae Spears with 2 carries, 9 yards. So both really being able to move the ball well here on the ground, which is just going to then probably soften things up when it comes to the secondary. 2nd and 3. Pitch play outside to Derrick Henry. Henry, nice tackle by Bobby Wagner, but not before he gets himself 5 yards and a first down. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Titans up 7-3 here. Titans find themselves right around midfield stripe. Play action pass. Tannehill rolling out. He will throw this away. Good coverage by the Hawks. 2nd and 10. Pistol look here for the Titans on 2nd down. Inside give right up the A-gap. Wide open run. Huge gaping hole for Derrick Henry, who will get 11 yards. Hawks making it easy on the ground game here for the Titans. No resistance. You got duo blocks, both on your 2 defensive tackles up front. That clears the way. First and 10 on the Seahawks 39-yard line. Tannehill and shotgun. The give is inside here to Tajay Spears. Spears will get snuffed out here for only about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Nice job by Leonard Williams there on the play. Second and 9. Seahawks bringing a blitz with Bobby. Get a little bit of pressure with Boye Mafe. Ball's completed, but just a short, quick completion there. This will bring up a 3rd and about 5. Tannehill did a nice job getting the ball out of his hand quickly there. Mafe was right on top of him. Third down and 6. 6:25 to go here in the second quarter. Titans with another back-to-back good drives here. They're going to have to call a timeout with the play clock winding down. Barry Sotoro, thank you for another $5 donation. As if Jody is selling like we think she is after the 2025 season, she should find a buyer now and let them manage now. Hashtag Fire Pete. Hashtag Hire Harbaugh. I would love for her to be able to do something like that, Barry. I would. I think that there may be a few issues that arise with it, but I mean the main issue that comes to mind, that may be the thing that could prevent that from even being anywhere near the vicinity of possibility, is you have the city of Seattle due 10% of the proceeds of a sale if the team is sold before 2025, and I believe that a pretty good lawyer could probably make a good case for Seattle if there is some deal that's being done in the background where they go, well, we just won't technically have it signed, sealed, and delivered until 2025. 3rd and 6 here. We'll get back to that in just 1 second here. 3rd and 6. Tannehill and shotgun. 3 wide. Hawks showing a blitz. Do the Titans have a delay a game after a timeout? Boy, they did. That's awful. And Vrabel knows it. He's smiling, looking at the turf, going, how in the hell did we get a delay a game out of a timeout? That would drive me crazy too as a coach. That type of stuff right there would drive me absolutely crazy as a coach. Really? We took a timeout. Really? Third down 11. This changes the outlook of this play just a little bit here now. Tannehill dropping back to pass. Hawks bringing some pressure, flushes Tannehill to his left. He's rolling out. He's still rolling out. He's going to go get the first down. He's still on his feet, still going all the way down to the 8-yard line. Tannehill using off those legs of a former wide receiver in college. Got clear of the pocket, and he's got straight line speed. Once he gets going, he can get up to speed pretty quickly here. What was Kobe Bryant doing? Kobe Bryant, like, okay. I don't know. He decided, like, first and 10 now for the Titans. Long 5-minute drive here. A little reverse play here for the Titans to Treylon Burks. He will not get anything back here. Negative 2-yard play for them. It's more kind of razzmatazz trickeration here by the Titans. Start out with Henry running as an outside zone run, then pitch it back to the wide receiver coming back across. Hawks didn't take the bait though. The second quarter's winding fast. 2nd and 13. Too high look from Seattle here. Empty look for the Titans on the other side of things. Quick pressure here by Mario Edwards Jr. Boy, he just beasted up on that play. Pure bull rush for the former Titan coming back here after last year saying, you should never have let me go. What a bull rush there by him. He just completely puts the guard on skates, Skoronski, and he was right back in the kitchen there of Tannehill fast. Mario waves to the other sideline. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. 3rd down and 19. Tannehill and shotgun. They're going to give inside here. Ajay Spears will take this for about a 10-yard gain. Bringing up 4th down now. And they're going to attempt, of course, a field goal. So, Barry, that would be the one thing I think that would be just the impediment there is that if you have a buyer come in that the city would kind of want to come in and snake that eventually. You know, if they even heard you'd have to keep that so under wraps, which would be hard if they were, using operating control. The kick is up and the kick is good. They would have to have that operator, kind of controlled, and it's going to be hard to keep that kind of quiet or silent. I'd love to see it be able to happen, Barry, especially if she is in that mode where she is even partially hands off. You'd love to see something like that go down. But that would be probably the tough part is that eventually you get sued and have to give up 10% of the sale proceeds, which we know they don't want to do by any measure. Shots is playing for a 10-6 half. Yeah, but we get the ball after halftime, so then 10-6, and then we get our touchdown, then it's 13-10. Yeah, Mitch, I don't think the city would turn down the opportunity to go sell for 10% of the proceeds, And I'm sure that Jody's probably being told that she can't, even think about doing the sale part until you cross next spring. You can't even have the discussions, because if you did, it could be, in this litigious world, quickly pulled through. Kevin Klein, are we doing this bad? Defense can't stop the run, and still some struggles defensively on 3rd down to get the conversion stopped. And offensively, pretty lame game plan so far. Gino's not looked his best. That'd be about it. That'd be about it. Hakeem, happy holidays to you too. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Do me a favor today, if you could. hit that like button for me. It does help the channel grow, and does so. Also want to thank the sponsor of the show, or sponsor of this stream today, which is going to be Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy right now, you can utilize this code beneath me, NEST, or click at the top of the description link below, and they will match you up to $100 of your first deposit using their app. So $100 on me to you when you just deposit $100 in, and you support the show at the same point in time. They've got some great ongoing contests throughout the course of this season. You can still get into weekly fantasy, even next week, even the week after. I know your team's done. I know you're out of the playoffs, but you can recoup some of your pride here and now. Go head-to-head against other fellow players in this nation. Do a whole fresh pickup of players, a fresh fantasy draft. Kind of a fun way to get in there, just a fun way to kind of spice it up. They're still giving $200,000 away for the next couple of weeks here as we finish the season up, and they do it, of course, with all of the sports. So you can get in there and get in on any kind of game, any kind of action you want to get in. And thank you to Underdog for sponsoring the show this year as they have. And thank you to you guys for utilizing the code as you guys have as well. Okay, so 3:18 left to go in the second quarter. The Seahawks have one timeout. Let's see what they can get done here. As we know, we do get the best Geno Smith is the 2-minute Geno Smith. So maybe we'll get a little bit of prime Geno Smith here. DJ Dallas is going to take the kickoff, return it up for about to the 23, 24-yard line there, where the offense will take over. Mitch says, solid read, 8 out of 10. Oh, Mitch, that's all off the top of my head, man. That's all off the top of the head. Ain't no reads here. We don't believe in teleprompters. Where we're going, there are no teleprompters. First and 10, Geno in a pistol look. 2 tight ends. Tight ends with a lot of guys down near the box here. 8 men in the box. Geno's going to throw it out there to Tyler Lockett, who will get himself a half yard on the reception. Oh, they'll give us 2. Okay, sweet. I thought it was a half yard. They gave us a good spot on that one. 2nd and 8. Handoff here to Walker. Yeah, Seahawks in that 2nd and long. Let's go to the running game thing. Walker's going to get knocked down in the backfield for a loss of 2, so now that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Predictability of the Hawks offense, man. You know, I've talked about it already in this game a couple times, and thankfully Jackson Smith-Njigba was back out on the field. 2nd and long, your tendency throughout this year is to go to the running game to a highly predictable rate, to the point I can predict that you're going to go to it on anything between 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 12. It's going to be run. 3rd down 11, 3-yard loss in the play there. Titans showing a blitz look, stack front here on Geno. It's giving him some issues. Dropping back to pass, he's going to throw it up and get waylaid down around his legs there after the throw. Geno just got smacked. And we do get a flag. They might get the defender for going low there. You're not supposed to be able to go at the legs of the quarterback. Let's see how they rule this. Yeah, that's legs. Yeah, you can't do that. You're not, and that's old school football. That might have been a clean play 20 years ago. That might have been completely legit. But they call it oftentimes the Tom Brady rule, where Brady had the 1 year he lost in his pro career there with the ACL, came on a play where a defender got down by his knees. This one's not quite as bad as some of those look, where you get him by the knees and it hyperextends the knee and bends it backwards. And Vrabel's trying to say, no, it was at the waist. It wasn't down by the legs. And he's trying to point at the official. You called that? Yeah, I think you got to call that a penalty on that. That's just, you can be mad at when the guy goes low like that on the QB. That's the way the call is called. Years ago, it wouldn't have been this way, but we're in a different era now, you know. And it wasn't like he was thrown into him either. He dived. He did the full Superman dive into it. I don't think it's a below the knee thing. I don't think it's like you can hit the thigh, but I might be wrong because to be honest with you, I can't remember the letter of the law on that. Brian says this Titans defensive line was supposed to be downgraded with injuries. I guess the O-line is out again this week. Yeah, they're only missing technically on the defensive line, Simmons, but they are missing a lot of guys in their secondary and their linebacking core. And you certainly have not been able to take advantage of that in this half with 3 points. That is for sure. They do have an opportunity here to get this game back here at the half. Get this possession through. You get the ball back at halftime. Still a chance here to make some headway, but it's not been a pretty thing here so far. Definitely some push in the chat to get Drew in. I can see it. I hear you guys. I don't think they're going to go to Drew in this game at this point. I think they're riding with Gino. But I will give you, I don't think Gino's played a particularly good game up to this point. Waldron's play calling also remains sometimes rough. Sometimes sandpaper, toilet paper, rough, But the Hawks do find themselves up around the midfield stripe with 2 minutes to go. That, like I said before, that's usually the best version of Gino that you get. We got 1 timeout still on the board, plenty of time here to get up the field here and score some points. Bubble screen out to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jigba will take it for a gain of 6 or 7 yards. 2nd down. He's going hurry up, of course, here. Drops back out a shotgun, rolling out, throws it on the run, throws it high and away from Tyler Lockett. Doesn't give him a chance to really get his feet in bounds there. It's another play where you just like to see Gino take his legs and use, like Tannehill did on the other side of things, use your legs to the outside and go take the first down, get out of bounds, and go live on another play rather than making a high leverage throw out to the sideline on Tyler that's going to require him to get a toe tap down. The Hawk quarterbacks continue to absolutely refuse to use their legs as part of what they do. It was a good job to break free of the pocket by Gino there, but just the I don't want to run thing. Now you're in a 3rd and 4. It's dropping back to throw is Gino here now. He's going to come back underneath here and get it to Bobo. Nice job there finding Bobo. 1st down. Bobo gets it back to the official. 1:18 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Gino's got to start to speed this up now just a little bit here. Looking to throw again here. Ball continues to come out of Gino's hands just in a strange wobble to it. It's not coming out of his arm clean right now throughout this game. I've seen more knuckleballs being tossed by him than I've seen here this season. It's almost like he's speeding his throwing motion up and he's just kind of getting to the half part of his throwing motion rather than getting it all the way back and around. Gino just not looking comfortable this half at all. 2nd and 10. Ugh. Tries to throw it out into the flat to Charbonnet, who drops it. Charbonnet's been stacking those up lately a little bit. So Seattle now with a 3rd and 10. We're at the 39-yard line here. No DK on the field here. Gino decides to throw a check down on 3rd and 10 out to Charbonnet, and instead of now getting him on the fringe edge of still being in field goal range, that'll take them now out of field goal range, which will now necessitate a punt. The offense and Geno Smith right now are not using any of the brain power. Just unbelievably stupid play calls, and just woo. Whew. Kind of don't know what to say there. If that's what you're going to do, just hand it off to Sharp. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. I don't know what this offense is doing right now. I don't know what. All right, so the punt goes through here. The Titans will take over with 48 seconds remaining. They do have, I think, a couple timeouts still here. Jordan, thank you for the $2 donation. Says offense is imitating Pete's time management. Yeah, there seemed to be no awareness of it there at all. And I'll tell you, Geno's right now making playing quarterback look really hard. And I don't know, maybe he's not 100%. I don't know what it is. Coach Carroll talking about how he had looked his best he looked all year in practice, and he's coming out here and playing like this. You need this game. You're playing against the Titans team with half their defense injured, and you just look confused and overwhelmed snap after snap. Waldron's doing him no favors, so this isn't a blindly paint the portrait here of just Geno being the problem here in this half, but I don't know if you're ready. The offense that you're having, you don't have a good enough coordinator calling behind you on his play calling for you to be back there kind of like unsure about yourself and a little bit in a sort of a tentative mode. But that's what we're seeing right now. And the playing from a sort of sense of almost like fear of the quarterback position, like let it loose, man. And I'm getting the whole not wanting to run the ball, be it Drew Lock or Geno Smith. The whole we don't want to run thing. This is the modern NFL. Tannehill's shown this half. You're going to have to run the ball sometimes as a QB. You don't get to sit back there and protected in plexiglass all day. Eventually, when you break the pocket, you got to go out there and take some yards when it's to be had. That decision there by Geno, he's rolling out, not to go take 5-6 yards, go out of bounds, get the first down, and meanwhile stop the clock, preserve the first down. Just mind-boggling there as a quarterback how you're not processing that a little bit. There's no awareness of what's going on in the time of the game or the down and distance. Just sort of, no, I'm going to break pocket and throw a 25-yard out route to Tyler that he'll have to toe tap down that I'm then going to, as I did to GSN, I've got this weird tendency to also throw the ball 2 yards out of bounds on those kind of throws where I don't even give my receiver an opportunity or chance. I got to say, again, as a Geno backer for most of this year right now, he's playing a little bit with a tentative, trying to play it safe mode in this game a little bit. Don't like it. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. It says, does the O-line hate Geno? They were better last week. Maybe. I mean, it's been a little bit not great. I've been 3 quarterback hits, 2 sacks in the first half on 16 dropbacks is not ideal. I think even Drew was still under a decent amount of duress last week. There's also some of this is, again, we get back to some of it's the play calling. 1st and 10, quick throw out to DeAndre Hopkins, completed for 8 yards. And I'll bring up a 2nd and 2. Bit hard to say, I guess, for that one on me, Snail. Some of it, too, to me, is a little bit of just Geno's lack of certainty on what he's doing pre-snap to post-snap. And I don't know, maybe the Titans are doing a lot of confusing things in coverage post-snap that's kind of causing it to be that way. But I'm not really sure. 2nd and 3 now for Tannehill. Back in shotgun, 3 wide. He's going to drop back to pass. he's able to roll out of the pocket. And look at that. Tannehill's going to use his legs. He'll go and get a first down after the slide, and then he gets hit after the slide. This will be a 15-yard penalty on top of it because the defenders had to lay into him with his hit. I don't know why they do this. Seahawks not playing particularly smart football at this point. And Kobe Bryant trying to get I like the peanut Tillman punch and what he tried to do, but when those quarterbacks give it up like that, you can't. And it's tough on those defenders because those quarterbacks just suddenly decide they're going to dive down, and the officials are expecting you to, instantaneously react as you're mid-jump on that. I think they might have wiped that, actually. Yeah, it looks like they wiped that penalty off. That was a tough call on Kobe. The more looks I got in it. 35 seconds to go now. The Titans have one timeout remaining in this half. They're at the 28-yard line here. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He'll complete the ball, and that's just what you want there. Complete and bring it down for a 2-yard gain. Let that clock keep rolling. Titans will have to use their final timeout. Thank you, Snail, for that $2 donut. Appreciate you. Barry Satoro, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, putting in Locke will not change how bad this defense is. Agreed. I definitely don't. I'm not here calling for Locke at all in this game, thinking it's a better option. I want Geno to play better. But kind of like we talked about at the top, Barry, I'm going to trust the coaching staff's made the best choice here and hope that they will have, and not that there's a better option that they could have gone to, but they had other reasons at play to go to a guy like Geno. I just can't think a coaching staff would do that, to your point. And yeah, on the defense in this half, you've got Tannehill 9 of 15 for 64 yards, but they've run 15 times for 113 yards. This is the game that the Titans wanted to play. You're letting their best player, Derrick Henry, beat you. And that's not the pathway to a victory today on the road in this kind of game. 2nd down and 8. Tannehill works up in the pocket here and completes it, but then he is drugged down to the ground quickly as the tight end for another short game. Clock will continue to roll. 17, 16, 15. You got a 3rd down and 3 now for the Titans. Tannehill trying to get him set. 10 seconds. 8. Clock rolling. Tannehill will be taken down to the ground by Boye Mafe for his first sack in quite a few weeks. But that will take us to halftime, where the Seahawks will find themselves down 3-10 to the Tennessee Titans. But good job by the defense not to let them get another 3. Even 3 points in there at this point feels pretty big in this game. Even 3 points. You're going, oh, you don't need the 3 points. Got a lot of lock emojis in here. Oh. Barry Satoro, thank you again for that $10 dono, and agreed with you, man. I don't think Locke changes this. Geno didn't play a good half, and I don't know what's going on with him. He's definitely capable, as we saw even that Cowboy game a couple weeks ago, of not being this version of Geno. But right now we're getting kind of bad Geno version at this moment. Brandon Taylor, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Bo Melton has more yards than our receivers today. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, first half we're a lot of throwing it short. And even as you're throwing it short with your 4 yards of attempt, you still took 2 sacks. DK with 2 targets, 2 catches, 33 yards. Continue to have a hard time of finding ways of featuring in DK Metcalf, it seems. Finding ways to get manufactured touches as we get through another half of football and another game where you're going, can't seem to find DK, can't seem to figure out a way to get the ball to DK. Yeah, disappointing half here for a team that's got something to play for. You got a Titans team, nothing to play for. If anything, they're playing to tank. They've got their guys set. Instead, they're the team coming out here, laying it on the line. They're running trick plays, running reverses on you. You know, They got Tannehill out there using his legs, trying to make it happen. Versus us who kind of feel like we're trying to sort of play this sort of a little bit more safer and close to the vest, and we'll just try to eke this one out. I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to have to go and take this game in the second half if we really want to have a chance to win this thing. But thank you, Brandon, for the great fact there. Former 7th-round pick, 6th-round pick, 7th-round pick, Bo Melton. Out there doing work. Roxanne, thank you for the $10 donation. Roxanne, hope you're doing good. Says, first off, go Hawks. Second, we do not have any mods in the chat today. You can make me mod for today if you want. That is, unless there will be at least one mod coming soon. Oh, is it getting kind of crazy in here? I'll keep an eye. Let me keep an eye on the chat. Roxanne, thank you for the $10 donation. And I do ask, if you are in the chat, just remember on this that, I'd prefer not to get to the point if we got people being disrespectful or out of line or out of pocket to people, that we don't have to start pushing people out with things on it. So just as a reminder in here at the Hawks Nest, and what we do is that you come into our chat here, you can have a perspective and a point of view. The thing I ask is that you're respectful to the fellow people in here. You can disagree without layering in insults or attacking. Make your point stand up in the chat. Build your argument up against somebody you disagree with. Don't go after them. That's the one thing I ask for. We're all on the same team. We're all wanting the same thing to happen as far as this team to win. We may disagree about how we get there, or whether this guy or that guy's the right way, or this way or that right way of approach. Remember, we're all brothers and sisters here. So let's please do keep that in mind. I'll keep an eye out, though, Roxanne, if it does get a little bit dodgy in here as we go along. I'll mod you up on it if we got to. Thank you for the dono. Oh, Roxanne Roll. I remind the mod offer. I remind the mod offer. So Reverend. I might still, Roxanne, if we don't have enough, I might bring you in on this. So let me see. Let me just keep an eye on the chat and see what I'm kind of pulling through on this. But yeah. Yeah, Barry, it's all good. If you can't keep up, don't worry about it. It's not just on you to do it. So I'll keep an eye on it. And again, just make sure we're keeping everything free. So Braden, for instance, let's not spam the chat. No spam in the chat, guys. Come on, you know how to do in the chat. You guys have been in many chats. You don't need to have me tell you on how to do it. Thank you for the donations, Roxanne. I might enlist you on this yet, so hang in there. Especially if this gets toxic in the second half. So we'll see how it goes. A nice half of football here. We got 93 total yards for the Seahawks to 170 for the Titans. 5 yards of play for the Titans, 3.6 for the Seahawks. Really, of course, the rushing is the difference here. 30 yards rushing for the Hawks, 113 yards rushing for the Titans. And third down efficiency, 2 of 7 for the Hawks, 3 of 7 for the Titans. So really not a demonstrable difference on the third down conversions. It really does come down to running the football, and one team being effective at it, one team not. And especially without Jeffrey Simmons in there here for this Titans team, the fact you're not able to do a little bit more on that, and that you are so pass heavy here in this first half, is kind of strange. But bit of the approach of the offense so far this year at times is the strangeness in which they do what they do. Wrestle Mark Q, thank you for the $2 donation. It says getting out coached again. Certainly can't say that we're on the other side of it, out coaching them, can we, Wrestle? If we're trying to even make that, or how could you even start to make that argument at that point? And yeah, you have a team that, as we've seen oftentimes, you're playing against that doesn't have the same level of talent that you have. I would say even if the Titans were 100% healthy, they're not a team that stacks up to you dollar for dollar with your level of talent. So you are playing down your opponent. Then you have an opponent that you're playing down to that's also highly injured coming into this game. And so that they're even more removed of what they would be at their best. And you've got a couple injuries, sure. Witherspoon and Jenna's hurts, and you lost Jordan Brooks here in this game. That hurts. But they're dealing with much more, especially their most important defensive player in Jeffrey Simmons, their best defensive player. You see the Titans doing what they can do here with a backup quarterback in Tannehill at this point, with a guy who's going to be limited as a passer, working around that. Do they try to have him throwing the ball too much in that half? No, 16 attempts to 15 rushes. They kept it balanced. He's using his legs. They're utilizing trick plays. They're finding any kind of thing they can from a coaching standpoint to find some built-in advantages for their players, snap in and snap out, which is something that I think is a little bit right now missing, especially for us on the offensive side of the ball in this game. But I think that's a fair assessment of it. Thank you, Roxanne, again for all your donos. And again, I think we might do the bot thing here. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat here. Jordan, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate you for that, Jordan. All your donos. I really don't get why Jackson is coming in for Woolen anymore. He hasn't looked bad, and he isn't missing tackles as of yet. Is he hurt? I'm so confused on what Pete thinks anymore. I can take some guesses when it comes to the Tariq Woolen situation, that he's not 100%, that they're trying to remove him from situations where he's going to have to tackle, those being early downs and sort of second and shorts, right? Where you might have more, it seems like they're trying to kind of at times fit Jackson out there more for those things. You're sometimes getting a little bit of Woolen still out there. I think the worry becomes in that you have a situation at times where you'll have Darrell Taylor to one side and then you have Tariq Woolen to that same side of the field. And now if I'm the Titans, I can just come up the line of scrimmage and call the run play to the side of the field. Both those two guys are at, and I have two guys that I feel like I can kind of attack at that point in the run game. Yeah, I don't know when it comes, like you say, and I'm sorry on some of these questions, I just don't know because like you say, I don't really understand or have a good feel for the whole process as to what's going on in play. And the team doesn't help this by muddling it up, going between, is it the injury? Is it the bench? He has an injury, then he comes back the next week and then he's okay from the injury. You're sometimes getting, you're getting the story, you're not really getting the truth. And that's why it's hard to answer this question, Jordan. I don't know where it is on that one. I don't know what is the nature on this one really truly as to what he's dealing with. I've wondered if he's going to have surgery at the end of the offseason, but that's a guess. And that would certainly make sense why you're trying to protect him more on these early downs. That's me trying to logically kind of backfit it to make it make sense as to why you're doing this. So then that must be because of this and this and this, Otherwise, if he is healthy and you're just trying to protect him against a lack of being able to tackle, that's a bad sign. And that certainly is discouraging for both, now and the future, if that is the case. Hopefully not. I don't think it is. But like you say, the confusion is the thing that ends up bearing out on this overall, above all else, so to speak. But I confused on what Pete thinks anymore is about right. Feed Me More Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donation. Could we put Pete in the penalty box like in hockey? I don't know. I'm ready to give him 5 minutes for instigating. I'll tell you that. Instigating a lack of offense. Dark Joke, thank you for the $2 donation, says, time to move on from Geno next season. Well, the team will certainly have a big decision to make this offseason, Dark, right at the end of the year. There's I think $12 million of his salary becomes guaranteed next year, 1 week after the end of the season. And if that's the case, then the Hawks are going to have to decide what they want to do with it there. And we'll learn very quickly. So we're not going to have to wait real long with Geno to know if he's going to be on the roster or not once the year ends, or what they think about him or where they stand with him, because they're going to have to make that decision to sign up for more Geno money at that point if they do decide to hold on to him for longer. So they gave himself Dark Joke an out in that contract for if that does become the case on where they stand. And I do believe that Geno, much like this team this year, has had a regression in his play from where he was last year overall. Some of it is explainable to certain outside factors that are beyond his control. Some of it is into factors that are in his control. And that he definitely has compounded some issues that are on this offensive side of the ball. But, these quarterbacks, either of the two, in my opinion, that have been in there, for the level of talent that they've had on this offense, we're not getting the most out of this offense right now. And there's a couple of those reasons for that. Quarterback is one of them. But this has been a rough half. That was a rough half by Geno. That was a poorly played half of quarterbacking by Geno Smith. And I'm kind of getting tired of seeing scared Geno in the pocket. I'm tired of seeing him trolley his way back to his back foot and get freaked out on every play with what's coming down the pike at him. A little more standing tall and let it rip. Like to see a little bit more of that in this half. One second, I'll be right back. Just one look, Geno. Okay. A few more Seahawks. What's up? Thank you. Wendy Vettelkamp. Wendy, I'm not going to try the last name again because I just butchered it the first time, but thank you. Thank you so much for subbing up to the channel. I appreciate that. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers here. And we got the start of the second half ready to rip and roll after a nice return here. Sorry, I was a little late getting back on this. 45-yard line here after the return here. It looks like by great cut by Walker. Walker still on his feet. Woo! What a run by Walker in the backfield. He looked like he was going to get swallowed whole. Found a way to twist out of a tackle and then get up the football field for a 10-yard gain. Great play there out of a pistol look there as there was, again, early penetration in the backfield all over the place. Walker's got no business pulling the runoff he just did there. Great carry. Geno Smith going to change the play here at the line of scrimmage now as the Hawks are already into Tennessee Titans territory. 1st and 10. Give us to Walker. Walker again with early penetration in the backfield. Seahawks offensive line is getting butchered up front by this Tennessee Titan defensive line in the ground game. These guys are in the backfield right now almost instantaneously off the snap. The offensive linemen can't even nearly get their hands on them. It's so bad. You've got Seahawks offensive linemen colliding to try to get the block in play. Just not working there. You almost feel like the backs have got to do it all on their own just about here with the blocking up front. Geno now back on 2nd and 12 here. Empty look. Titans showing a blitz. Geno feels like he's reading it and feeling it. He's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock winding down. Bubble screen out to Disley. Disley will fight hard. still fighting hard. Disley fighting down. Turns it into a pretty good game of about 5 yards here to make this third and makeable. Drip Skylark, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, didn't realize why people wanted Pete out until today. There's been a lot more folks in the weeks, I think, look over the past 3 or 4 weeks, Drip, to your point, that have been folks that have been longtime supporters of Pete that really have not been able to understand where people are coming from, how hard they've sometimes been on him this year, that it's starting to come a little bit more into that fray of things, where people are starting to come a little bit more to the side of going, I am starting to get it now. I'm starting to see it now. And I think that's evidence of the fact that it's getting to just be a little bit more and more kind of, I don't want to use the word obvious with it. The catch is into Jackson Smith and Jigba on 3rd and 6. Nice job on the slant route by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good throw by Geno Smith. Putting it in there nicely, right on the body where it needs to be on that throw. Great route there by Jackson. Created space and a nice tight throw there by Geno Smith. Hawks got a drive working here to begin things off. A little bit of a different energy here to begin things, it feels like. At least Geno, a little more Geno in control here. Taking his time through some things a little bit here, not as rushed. 1st and 10. Geno under center. Walker in the backfield. Gives to Walker. Not much space there on an inside zone run there for about 2 yards. But Drip, there's been a little bit of a push and a little bit of a slide from those folks that have been there. And I think that there's a lot of people that have been ardent Coach Carroll defenders and that have gone to that place. And it's not that everybody's there now or that this is just, it's unanimous, but it's just been, I think, a slide of these kind of issues coming up that do speak at times to coaching, and coaching really right at the head of it, a bit. 2nd and 10 now for Geno in shotgun. He's going to drop back to throw. A little delayed blitz by the Titans. Hawks pick it up well. Geno's got Tyler Lockett down around the 11-yard line for a 1st down. Hawks making the Titans pay for blitzing on that play. Good job by the back to pick it up in pass protection. Walker, he found it quickly and easily, that blitz coming. And Lockett with a nice little out route there. 1st and 10 for the Hawks inside red zone territory now. Thank you, Drip, for that $2 dono. Geno, empty look here on 1st and goal. Why are they calling it 1st and goal from the 11? Yeah, the telecast has that wrong. Geno's going to use his legs. Geno using his legs, and he'll get himself a gain of about 3 yards there. Sort of I don't know if it's a design keeper or he just sort of decided he was going to run there on that. Like he just decided, it looked like a called quarterback keeper play there. Second down and 8. Geno in shotgun. Tyler Lockett in the backfield next to him. Geno throws it out in the back of the end zone. Again, just does not give his receiver a chance in the back of the end zone to make a catch. He's like throwing it 2 yards out of bounds. Parkinson makes the catch, but there's no chance for Parkinson to get his feet in where Geno makes that throw. Geno's late on the throw as well. You got to decide to throw that thing about a half a second to a second earlier than Geno is. So then you can put the ball in a place to actually give your receiver a chance to catch it. That's the third throw in this game Geno's made where it's not giving his receiver any kind of opportunity to make a play on the ball, where the receiver's kind of there to be open to throw to. You put the ball in the right spot on the right time. So 3rd and 8. Geno dropping back to pass. Loops this into DK Metcalf, who can't quite reel it in. 4th down. Tried to throw a little trust throw there to DK. DK unable to kind of high point the ball. As we've seen with him, that's not always his best of skills. he looked like he had his hands on it. I can't see that the defender actually got a hand in there. It looked like DK had it. I mean, the defender's all over him. That's definitely, physical coverage, but DK just unable at that point to then reel it in. But there was a chance there to be made on that, chance to make the catch there on that. Gino put it on a spot for him to make the catch. A few more Seahawks. Thank you for the $2 donation. And thank you for all your donos today. Says, is it me or does Pete get more cringe yearly? Well, it just becomes a little bit of the thinking, I think, feed me, just that less within touch of where the game is and where it's going. A little bit of we feel like we're in a bit of the old, call it arcane. Is that the right word to use? Where you feel like you're still operating within a methodology and approach that feels aged, older, doesn't feel like something that still has quite the same resonance as it once did. And it's something that we worry. I don't know that this is the answer for sure, Pete, by the way. I'm not trying to say I know this is. It's just something that we wonder about and ask as far as the question at hand. Is that where this team is at? Is that where he is at? And there seems to be sometimes some mounting evidence that feels like, at least on the surface of it, that things are pointing in that direction of things. Maybe it is just purely a personnel problem and you just need to get more talented. Maybe it is just that. But it does feel a little bit like the former rather than the latter. It feels a little bit more like it's just, with each year, it's more stretching further and further away from him, like a car disappearing into the distance. And I hope not. I don't want to see that be that way, but it does feel that way. That's why a lot of people like even Drip Skylark was talking about on his post, where it starts to feel this way because it's just getting more and more at the forefront of things when you go down the line of issues that are hampering this team. And personnel is part of it. You got to get more talented, certainly. Got to get better, certainly, to match up the likes of a Niner team. But I think these are fair criticisms at this point. Jake Lands, thank you for subscribing to the channel and answering that call. We are trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. We're about almost 300, just about 300 away at this point from getting it to that 15,000 here, hopefully before the end of the year. So you could join Jake right now by subscribing up. That'd be great as well. Please do hit that like button for me if you are watching today. It does help the channel grow, helps me show up on that algorithm of people looking for Hawks content. Art does Misery Love Company. Nice sweater. Thank you, Art. I'm only going to take it out about once a year, but when I get my chance to take it out, I'm taking this thing out. All right, so the Hawks down 6-10 now in this football game. 9:53, the red zone woes do continue this season. They came into this game ranked 26th in red zone efficiency, and they find themselves 0 for 2 today in this football game. Kickoff by Jason Myers is going to drive more back to in his own end zone there. He'll take it up to the 26-yard line. Ooh. Next getting a little tight. Reyes Gaming TV, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Reyes. Appreciate you for that. 1st and 10, pistol look here for Tannehill. He'll give this to Henry right up the middle. Henry with a big hole. He will gain about 7 yards on that play. Seahawks have just had no stopping Derrick Henry today. Every run feels like a 5, 6, 7 yard experience. Second and 3. Give is into Henry again here. He'll try to get through. Good job by Bobby Wagner, who meets him in the hole and pushes him backwards. Or was that Mafe? Sorry, I thought that was Wagner. I think it was actually Mafe, but absolutely. That's hard to bring Derrick Henry to a standstill when he's got some momentum going, and that's just what Mafe was able to do. Stood him right up in the hole and send him backwards. 3rd down and 1. Can the defense get a quick 3 and out? Get this back to the offense. Going to be hard here. Tannehill under center. Heavy look here from the Titans. Inside give to the fullback Tajay Spears on the play. He will get the first down. Another 5-6 yard run there. Tajay saying, going like this, saying, man, I just missed busting that one. First and 10 for the Titans at the 44-yard line, their own territory. Tannehill back under center. Looks like the Titans jumped off sides by just a little bit there. First and 15. Inside give here to Tajay Spears. Spears with another nice gain, 6 yards. So break up 2nd and 9. Feed Me More Seahawks has been a member of the Hawks Nest for 3 months. Thank you for that support. Feed Me More Seahawks, as well as I know you donate about every stream, so thank you for that. As I know most Hawk fans are out on Jamal Adams, but I like Jamal, just my opinion. If we cut him and signed him to a 2-year, $20 million deal, would you be okay with that? The issue probably not. Feed Me More Seahawks, and I'm gonna have. I know I've been saying. Actually, let me get back to your thing just a second here on this. Let me get through the sequence of plays here real quick. 2nd down and 8, 6:42 to go here. Inside carry here. Henry tries to bounce it out. Does a good job just getting 2 yards as the Hawks were able to fill that play nicely. Bobby Wagner brings him down. So bring up 3rd and it'll be about 6. Third down and 7. Tannehill dropping back to throw. Hawks bringing some pressure. Wide open. Moore there makes the catch. No defender even near him for a first down. Titans offense continues to just basically move the ball here. Slow but sure. They're making it work. I don't think there was a defender within 5 yards of Moore on that play. First and 10 from the Seahawks 44-yard line are the Titans now. Outside give here to Derrick Henry. Tries to break it back inside. Hawks defense will stymie him there for a gain of nothing. Like Jalen Duncan, the tackle for the Titans, who are already in here with, I think, 1 or 2 backups, is going to be out for the rest of the game here with a injury. 2nd down and 10. Seahawks defense needs to make a big play. And they need something to give them some life here. Inside give to Derrick Henry again. Drugged down to the ground for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Mario Edwards Jr. in there making the play. 3rd down. 3rd and 8. Seahawks bringing a blitz. Tannehill still with a lot of time. Oh, Tariq Woolen had the ball in his hands. It would have been a pick 6 if he made the pick. Nobody else was in front of him. And he drops it. He had it right in his hands. Tariq undercut this route perfectly. Right there in his hands. He's running back the other way for a touchdown if he makes that catch, and he knows it. 4th down and 8. Big stand by the Hawks defense as this will be a punt and not a field goal attempt. Titans right on the edge of it there prior to that play. DJ Dallas will return it or fair catch it. And then DJ Dallas decides to slap the defender for the hell of it, which will then draw a flag. Boneheaded flags, dumb play sometimes just shows up too often with this Hawks team, does there again. It's a little bit like John Radigan last week, deciding to just smack the football for no particular reason. DJ Dallas is fair catching the ball here, and he decides to throw basically what looked like a punch then. Not just why? There's no reason to throw it. If there's a flag and they hit you after the catch, then they throw the flag on you at that point. You don't smack at the defender. DJ's over there going, how does this happen? It's like, because it looks horrible. It just looks bad. It looks like you're swinging a punch at the guy. How does it look like that? How could it look like that? It looks like I'm throwing a punch at. This looks like I'm throwing a punch at. Yeah. That's how it looks. So feed me more Seahawks. The thing with the 2-year $20 million deal is that, number one, you have to have him agree to sign that deal, which I don't know if Jamal would. Number two, I'm working on Feed Me More Seahawks, a Jamal video. I've been working hard on it for the last 3 days. I'm going to, and I looked at all of kind of his time here in Seattle and what we've gotten out of the deal. And he's just not that good of a player at this point. That's the bottom line. And there are other things in addition to it. As with this team, it's not just one thing because it decides that it's going to get a variety of things wrong. It's not merely that it's Jamal. It's also that you're not utilizing him in the best capacity and approach either. It is both of those things. But if you move off of Jamal, it does cost you $20 million in dead money, feed me. So if you go and give him another 2-year, $20 million deal, you have the dead money first that you have to take into account in the cap, and then the new money that you would then sign him for, which would then end up costing just what it would cost, exactly almost the same, to then just keep him on the books this year at his current contract. So it just doesn't really add up to doing that. And my bottom line on this thing with the Jamal deal is this. It's not all his fault. Yes, he's being misused at times in how he's being used. That's not all of it. The injury problem, part of it that came up is a big part of it. Not his fault as well on that either. So I'm not going to, shade him on that. Nothing he can do about that. But the bottom line of this is this. He's not a good player. He's highly injury prone. He's not going to be likely, feed me, to be more healthier as we go into the future, right? The injury stuff's only going to go up more further as we go ahead. I think we just get to the point where we've got to kind of just go, it's not working, and cut, move off, and try to find a different pathway and approach at this point rather than this approach. On top of the fact, feed me, remember, you need the money. The $16 million of cap that you can clear this year, you need that money back on your books. You only have $2 million of functional space as we go into next offseason. Somebody's got to get cut. Somebody's got to free up money for us, and it might even need to be a couple of players. So it's not all him, just why we do it, but I just don't think he's particularly good. He's rated like 81st right now out of 96 total safeties that have been rated by Pro Football Focus this season. That's unacceptable for a guy that you're paying as a top 5 safety, or even to be paying him as a top 15 safety at that point. I just don't think you can really do it, So the Seahawks, with their second time of the game, will be starting inside the 5-yard line because DJ Dallas can't use his brain. Nice job by Geno there to complete the ball out to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And Jigba with the catch. Well done there by him. Gets them out, gets them some breathing room. Great, nice throw there by Geno. Hit the back foot, throw it in there. Trust your guy's going to be on the spot. Well done. Great to see Jackson Smith come back after that early scare there where his knee banged into the concrete at the Titans' walls there just off of the end zone. 1st and 10, Seahawks on the 24-yard line. And the Hawks will tight ends. Noah Fant jumped off sides there on that play. Barry Satoro, thank you for another $5 donation. Limpy Pete, teams lack discipline. Heavily lack discipline this year. This has been the most undisciplined team I've seen of Coach Carroll. And the penalty stuff's always been a part and parcel of what you get with Coach Carroll. But some of this, what I would call outright stupidity, unforced errors, as Mike Holmgren used to talk about them. Last week, John Radigan smacking that ball when he just needs to down it. 1st and 15 now. Inside handoff here to Walker. He's going to get drugged down to the ground, and nice job there by the Titans defenders. They've tackled well today for the most part. Great job by the linebacker, read and react on that play. That's a great play on his part. Found the ball carrier fast, only a yard gain. 2nd and 14. Ball is completed over Bobo. We do have a flag on the play. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain there. Illegal hands to the face, I think. Illegal contact, sorry, by the linebacker of the Titans there. First down, instant first down. That's a big penalty there because you had a 3rd down instead if you didn't have any penalty there. Rabel says, that's 2 times. It's 2 times, you mother effer. He yells out there at the officials. And they're getting Al Shazier on an illegal contact play against Lockett where he kind of did some, gave him a little bit of extra a little extra hit there after the play, or during the play there after he was past the 5-yard point. I didn't get a clean look at it, but it did look like he touched him. 1:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Geno back under center here at the 25-yard line for the Hawks. Walker showing some patience in the hole, looking for something to develop. Nothing really showing up too big there. He'll still manage to get 2 or 3 yards on the gain right up the middle. We got another flag. Oh, it's on the defense, the Titans. Okay. Bradford was reacting like it was going to maybe be on him. The way his body language was, because the officials were pulling him aside, but they're going to call it on the other guy. Oh, he's holding on to his deal. That'll do it. That'll do it. He just keeps holding on to it. So he held on to his face mask. Nice to see the Titans being a little undisciplined. I can stand for some of that. Walker out wide here, looking for some holes. Titans just seem to be all over it in the backfield there. I can't believe he got 5 or 6 yards there on that play. He's had some plays where it's just looks like there's the wave of dark blue getting into the backfield, and he somehow finds a crack just to get free. 5 yards on the gain. Nice run by Walker. He's only averaging 3.5 yards per carry today, but it does not tell the whole tale at all of Kenneth Walker's day and how he's played in this game. 2nd and 5. Play action pass. Geno dropping back to throw. He'll let it rip. Finds Tyler Lockett there for a first down to the 30-yard line. Nice job by Tyler. Very good throw again. Geno operating with a little bit more poise and operating with a little bit more on-time approach here. Let it rip. Trust your throws. Trust your reads. Get into it. Lack of tentativeness there. Lack of tentativeness. That's what I meant there. We do get a first down around 30-yard line. That will wrap up a quick third quarter here as the Hawks find themselves down still 6-10, but driving in this game. Randall McDaniel in the house. Randall, first off, man, Merry Christmas to you and yours. I hope all of yours are having a great one. I want to thank you again, you, Randall, Barry Satoro, John Stillwell, Megan Gock, Roger Roxanne Roll, Sanchez. I'm going to miss plenty of people here that I'm not going to send. That all of you guys throughout this year that have supported this channel so much. Absolutely unbelievable support on this channel. You guys are there, show in, show out, showing that love. Thank you so much for that. And you just did so again here, Randall, with a $50 donation. Thank you for that huge donation here on the channel today. I really do appreciate it, brother. And I hope you're having a Merry Christmas with you and your family. All is going well out there in the middle part of the state and all of that. But thank you, man, for the $50 dono drop. And hope you're having a great one. Hope you're having a great Christmas Eve. See if our Hawks can reward us with a nice dub now, allow us to celebrate Christmas right with a dub. That's how all Christmases should go, right? But thank you, Randall. I appreciate that donation. I very much do. It's great to see you in the house tonight too. All right. Fourth quarter. We got our work. We know what we need to get done here. We know what we need to get done here. We know what's at stake here. We got to go get a tutty. We got to solve these red zone woes. We ain't going to field goal this one through. We're going to need to get the tutty. Going to need to get the tutty. Defense is going to need to find some answers for Henry. 13 carries, 70 yards, 5.4 yard per carry average. Even Tajay Spears has gotten into a bit. 6 carries, 37 yards on his side of it. So you got to find some answers in the ground game on the defense once they do get the ball back. Now, you have done a good job against them in the passing attack. Tannehill, 10 of 17, 73 yards. So you've done a very good job of limiting what they do in the air. But 141 yards on the ground by the Titans, that's straightforward the spot that we've got to try to take care of here in this fourth quarter. No doubt about it. No doubt. Randall, thank you again, man, that $50 dono. And you as well, Barry, for all your dono drops today as well. All right. First and 10 for the Seahawks to start this fourth quarter off. 3 runs, 2 passes so far this drive, consuming 64 yards. Inside give here to Walker. Walker bouncing it inside. Nice cut back. He took that all the way back across the field there to go find a hole. And it wasn't much of one, but he was able to scrub out 4 yards there on that carry. 5 yards they'll give him. Boy, he's run well today. Like I said, that yard per carry average just doesn't tell the whole tale of his day. That play's supposed to start as an outside zone run to the right. He ends up taking it all the way back to the left to go get the 5. He had a man sitting there in the hole going back to the right. If he took it just hard to the right and just put his head down, it's a yard gain maybe. 2nd and 5 now. Geno in shotgun. Evan Brown needs to get the snaps right. A nice catch here by Walker. Very good tackle there in the open field by Reese. This will bring up a 3rd down and short now. Evan Brown's been getting a little bit dodgy with some of those snaps here in this game. Hawks did a good job there of blocking that up pretty well. Just to give Walker something there. And boy, yeah, nice tackle. 3rd down and 3. Geno in shotgun. Quick snapping it. Throws it inside to DK Metcalf. Metcalf with the catch, and he's wound down to the ground for a 1st down. Very nice catch there by DK. Very, very tight window throw there for Geno Smith. Slant route to DK. Hey, that thing works, doesn't it? Don't have to make it complicated. Don't have to make it complicated. Just slant route DK all day. That stuff's open. And now the Hawks find themselves with their third trip now to the red zone. They're 0-2 so far. Can they find an answer here now? Geno in shotgun to start things off. Walker to his right. Another high snap by Evan Brown. And Walker able to get about a yard. The high snaps by Evan Brown are just not great right now. And it's throwing off the timing of that play. Geno's got to go try to corral the ball before he can get the handoff to the back. Our center is struggling to snap all of a sudden. Weird time of year. He's had a couple of games where they get a little high. Second down and 9. Geno in shotgun. Dropping back to throw again. He's going to go up top here to DK Metcalf. Did DK make the catch? Oh, it looked like he almost got it in. The one arm catch in over the top. Oof. Close play down there. I think he got it. I think it's a touchdown. He dragged his foot. That's under review, baby. That's a touchdown, baby. Let's go. Yes, DK. What a grab. One hands it, and it did bobble at first, brought it in, and then he did the toe tag, drag, swag. Slide in that back foot right across the back. You can see that beautiful, rubbery, fake turf just flying up with that back foot as he drags it on through. Beautiful play by DK Metcalf. So you got the bobble one, and then that's down 2 feet. Woo! Touchdown, let's go. Oh, this better be overturned. Let's go. Avian Romero, thank you for your first super chat here to the channel. I appreciate the dollar don't know, and very kind of you for doing so. Appreciate you so much. Garth Knight, thank you for the $5 donation. Says Brando, imagine if number 33 played today. We'd be crushing the Titans and stuff. Yeah, it would be a day it'd be kind of interesting to see if you could, to watch a game between the two safeties in this game playing, and what the differences of what you'd get between Love versus Adams playing in this game. You know, because theoretically on the surface of it, this is a game where Adams would be theoretically at his best. You have a Titans team that's limited in their passing attack. And so, you know, then Adams is a theoretical plus run defender from the safety position, can come up there and really be impactful, certainly help you out more than where you've been with this so far, to the tune of 22 carries and 141 yards. But then is Adams giving up some catches over the top? Is that happening? And then also acknowledging a little bit this year when Adams, he's not been as strong a defender against the run as he has been in the past. He's really struggled to get off blocks. You're not getting the same kind of tenacity in Adams's play in the ground game. So I think it's smart that the team has gone with Love. I do think at this point, Garth, Love is the better player between the two of them. And I think Jamal still has a potential to reclimate and find his footing again in his career here. But I do think that I don't know if the Seattle can be the team to take that risk as we go forward, especially for the cost that they would have to sign up for in order to take that risk again. Then he's going to get back to his former self. Even if he does get back to his former self, you still have the issue of using him right and using him in the proper place for success, which has been at times a bit of an issue as well. Coffee going there. Thank you, Garth, for donations, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man. You're having a great one. All right, here's the challenge. Come on. Woo! We got it. Let's go. Touchdown, Seahawks. The play has been overturned. The kick will go up, and the kick will go through by Jason Myers. The Seahawks are going to take the lead. Let's go. Nicely done. What a wonderful catch by DK Metcalf. The corner's holding on to his arm. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the corner's holding on to his right arm. DK's got to first corral it with the left arm, then pull that arm free, get back the hand in there and get the hand back in place to get possession, and then drag that foot at the very same time. This is a simultaneous. So pull the arm free, get the second hand on the ball, drag the back foot all at the same time. Touchdown. Remarkable catch there by DK Metcalf. Absolutely fantastic. He has been money again here today. 5 targets, 4 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Sometimes the team forgets they got him on the roster, but when they go to him, good things happen. And how about Geno Smith on what's been a very tough day, executing a wonderful drive there. Absolutely pristine, on perfect drive, 10-play, 96-yard drive. Didn't have a whole hell of a lot of a running game to lean back on that drive, but finding success nonetheless, starting to find maybe a little bit of his footing here, Geno, on this day that first half-wise was pretty rough road, pretty rough rolling. All right, can the Seahawks defense hold it up now? Can the Seahawks defense hold it up now? Can you guys find that answer here and now? We've got 12:10 to go in this football game. The time of possession is run now almost even. So the Hawks defense can't lean in there and say, well, we're wore out because the offense hasn't been on the field. You got 23 minutes and 45 seconds of time of possession for the Hawks, 24 minutes and 5 seconds of time of possession for the Tennessee Titans. So here we go. Here we go on that. What can we dial up here? 1st down and 10. Hawks are going to show. In play action pass, Tannehill. Under duress and search, Bobby Wagner. Wagner brings him to the ground. Nice play by Bobby. Coming on the blitz. The old man still shows he's got that in his bag. And he just swallowed Tannehill up. Great play by Bobby. Let's go, defense. Come on. Second sack of the day for the Seahawks. And this will bring up 2nd and 16. You love getting that on 1st down here now because this does remove a little bit of the threat of trying to run the ball, you would think, for the Titans. They don't even have Henry on the field here on 2nd and 16. Play clock winding down here for Tannehill. He's going to throw a quick bubble screen out and have a man open and down the field as Tyjae Spears there. He'll get a lot of yards on that play, down near the 1st down marker now after that play. Titans caught the Hawks right there. Hawks weren't bringing a blitz. They just got it to the side of the field where the Hawks just didn't have a numbers game set up over there. Nice tackle by Julian Love there to prevent the 1st down. 3rd down and 3. I bet this is a draw. This just feels like a draw. Shotgun look here for Tannehill. Nope, he's dropping back to pass. He's going to flick it out there wide. He's got Tyjae Spears wide open. Tyjae with a 1st down. Boy, nobody covered Tyjae out of the backfield on a 3rd and 3. They might run that route on 3rd and 3, guy to the flat. Hawks drop to depth as they like to do on those 3rd downs, and nobody picks up the running back out of the backfield. That was easy. Tyjae Spears has been a weapon for the Titans today. That's his 4th catch on this game. 1st down and 10. Henry back on the field now. Pistol look here for the Titans. Inside give here to Henry. Taken down after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Second down and 6. 3-4 look from the Seahawks here now. Titans bringing in some tight splits. Play action pass. Tannehill rolling out. Tannehill looking. Cameraman got lost there for a second. It looks like the officials are deliberating. No, they say it was an incomplete pass. quite see on this whether or not he caught it or not. It looked like he might have gotten the feet down. Oh, it's hard to say on the left foot. Does Vrabel challenge this? Doesn't look like it. 3rd down and 6 for the Titans. Big play in this game right here. And Vrabel is going to challenge it. Why not? We'll get a closer look at this one. Phoebe Moore Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donation. Says 6-man blitz alert. Ooh, sexy. Sexy. I can't get for some reason I haven't gotten a camera angle yet on this challenge that's showing me whether or not it's fully a catch or not. I can't quite tell. A little hard to read on that one. But as Phoebe's talking about on this, the Seahawks are the, of course, team that runs the 32nd in the NFL amount of 6-man blitzes or more. So when you run it, you want to take note of it. Yeah, Akeem, maybe a catch there. Certainly he had that. It was whether or not that back foot that slides actually is touching any turf as it's coming across, but like he might have gotten it down. Lazy Beef Chum says he had possession after 1 foot down, so not a catch. Okay. There was a little bit of a bobble there. Kind of almost shades of the DK catch on the other side of it. You know, where he bobbles it, but then kind of looks like he almost maybe does get the 2nd foot in. You know what I mean? Oh, we got Mama Hawk Nest in the house. Mama Hawk Nest in the house. What's up, Mom? Dropping the 25 dono for her son today. This is Merry Christmas. Have some coffee on Mama. Go Hawks. Well, you know that's where I'm going right after the game. I'm gonna give me my Starbucks, Mom. So you know how I do. You know what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do. I love you, Mom, and Merry Christmas. I'll be calling you later today, no doubt. So I hope you guys are having a good one down there in San Diego. Tell the nephew and niece I said hey, and Rob I said hey. Tell them I said what's up. What's up? Love you. Call has been overturned on the field. They're saying catch. Bang, bang. First and 10. Titans have answered back here on this drive after the Seahawks went down and got the touchdown. First and 10 from the Hawks' 47-yard line. Tannehill under center. Hawks employing that 3-4 look here against Henry. He's going to go to a little screen game here to Henry. Henry moving down the football field, getting down for an 11-yard gain, a first down. Titans starting to utilize a little bit of the screen game on this drive to go at the Hawks to some success. What's weird about this too with the screen game is that the Seahawks aren't even getting beat on the screen game by bringing a blitz. They're dropping guys to depth off of the snap, and the Titans are anticipating that, and then they just are throwing it to where you're weak on the personnel groupings. You don't have the players to the side of the field to handle the blockers. First and 10 now at the 37-yard line. Let's get a turnover defense. Hand off here to Henry. Henry. Huge open hole there. Almost broke that one through for 11 yards. Hawks defensive line, they're just not able to keep its gap integrity. Everybody gets just kind of ran out of their lane a little bit, less than they're just getting blocked out of the hole. Leonard Williams got pushed, but he was kind of trying to attack one gap there and over-attacked. 2nd down and 1. Tannehill's going to change the play here. Outside zone run to Henry. Henry swallowed up in the backfield by Bobby Wagner. There we go, B-Wags. Penetration, knifing into the backfield and bringing down Henry before he could get up to steam. That's how you got to do with him, is you got to get him before he gets those legs going. Picture perfect wrap and roll tackle there by Bobby Wagner on Derrick Henry. 3rd down and 3. 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Seahawks up 13-10. Titans at the 30-yard line of the Seahawks territory. Tannehill moves his man in motion. Chopped down right there is by Quandre Diggs. Big tackle by Diggs to keep him just short of the 1st down. Titans are going to go for this. Interesting call here for the Titans. They're just going to try to go for this. Is this going to be try to brotherly shove? No, are they just going to try to get him to jump off sides? Looks like a try to get him jump off sides kind of play. Bobby's saying don't jump off sides. It is going to be a handoff here to Tajay Spears. Tajay Spears is going to get a 1st down mark here by the officials. Ballsy call by the Titans. But why not when you're out of it, I guess, from Vrabel's perspective here. Clock ticking, 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Seahawks up 13-10. This drive's consumed 6 minutes and 20 seconds and counting off the clock. A 10-play drive at that. Tannehill under center. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Hawks. Again, a 3-4 look by your Hawks. Inside give to Spears. Spears drug down. Derek Hall flashing. The rookie 2nd round pick that's had a bit of a rough season here with some good early penetration on that play. He definitely shot through that hole and blew that thing up. Nicely done on his part. 2nd and 13 now. Watch out for the screen here. Back in shotgun is Tannehill. Like a false start by the Titans, and they're going to call him for it, as they should. SAG3, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, I got a heart attack for Christmas. Thank you, Seattle. Wouldn't be a Hawks game without a couple of heart palpitations, would it? If you ain't feeling that thing beating in your chest, you ain't watching a Seahawks game on Sunday. It's just how it works. Oh, we got my Rob. My brother's in the house. We got Mama and my brother in the house. We got the family. We got the whole fam in here, folks. Rob dropping the $10 dono. Thank you, Rob. I love you too, brother. Please give my love to Wyatt and Rose as well. Cassandra too. Tell them I said hey. 2nd and 17 now. Big loss there on that play. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He's going to check this down quickly here. Knocked down after a short gain there is Tajay Spears. Feels like his 15th catch of the game. But Rob, it's good to see you in the house. And much love to you too, brother. Hope you're doing well. And you guys are having a great Christmas Eve out there. Brian Myers, thank you for the $5 donations. As to the whole Hawks Nest family, Merry Christmas. Always a great time in here. Brandon, you're the best. Let's go. No, you're the best, Brian. Thank you for all your support this year too, man. I know you've dropped many donations to this channel throughout the year on top of being a member. Thank you for that. 3rd and 11 here for Tannehill. In shotgun. 3 wide, 1 tight end. Dropping back, he lets it rip over the top. And we've got a flag down in the secondary. DeAndre Hopkins is signaling it's on the Hawks. The Hawks are signaling it's on the Titans. Draymond Jones is still down on the ground, clutching at his stomach. And that's going to be a pass interference on Trey Brown. I don't know how you don't call it on Trey there in that moment. The Hawks are trying to instigate, say, no, is DeAndre doing it? But you end up with both your hands kind of wrapped in there. It's going to get called every time like that. I know the defender has technically a right to the space there, but it just didn't. The optics will always look like that of being a PI there. Hopkins with kind of a vet move a bit, but yow. That's a big play there as you had third down and just can't quite put this Titans offense down. Can the Hawks defense? They get him kind of pinned him into the corner, and they think they got him down, and then they just kind of find a slippery way out the back door. First down and 10, 4:13 to go in this game. Handoff here to Derrick Henry. Henry outside. He'll be knocked down, but not before he gains 4 yards. But Brian, thank you again for your donations, all your donos today and throughout this year, as you've been here for many years now, I know, with me on the Hawks Nest. And Merry Christmas to you as well. A big Merry Christmas to you. Hope you and yours are having a very good one out there. Garth Knight, thank you for the $5 donation. Brando, your mom dropped a serious Makers and Nog recipe last Christmas Eve. Much appreciated. Oh, I will tell. I did tell her you were digging it. They were digging the Maker's Mark and the Nog. So she's hearing that right now, Garth. She's got a nice wry smile on her face here. Second down here and goal or 4, and the Hawks are able to bring down Draymond Jones, bouncing back after a little stomach thing there. And we got a penalty marker now down. What is this? Personal foul on the Seahawks. The undisciplined nature of the team just continues to show up again and again. And it's not even one guy. It's all across the board. Artie Burns is the guy now here. Artie deciding to just smack the... You got to play smart, man. You got to play smart. Now it goes instantly first and goal. There's no point you say to this team, wow, they're playing smart. He's playing so intelligently. You just find yourself over and over going, man, dumb. Man, that was dumb. Man, that was stupid. First and goal now for the Titans. Henry in the backfield. Tannehill under center. The give is going to be to Henry. Henry's going to bang this forward, and that's going to be a touchdown. Seahawks lose this game, it'll be for a few reasons. One of those reasons is going to continue to be the undisciplined nature of this team. Unforced errors. Stuff that happens that you can control, right? Like you're on a guy and you're blocking him, and the guy kind of beats you a little bit, and you got to kind of maybe hold on him a little bit, and you get called for a holding. It's not really an unforced error. That's something in the heat of the moment where it's right on the line. When you have things like the PI penalties, here with Artie Burns, or with DJ Dallas when he put him then into the top, like you control these things. This is about playing smart football, using your head as you play, not just your emotions. And the team plays with just too much of the emotions, not enough head. And unfortunately, that's reared itself too often today on a couple of given moments. You give them that first and goal, that's basically giving them the touchdown with that penalty there by Burns. You're giving them the third down conversion, and you're giving them the touchdown both. Got to be aware about what's going on in the moment as a player. You aren't just out there just running around with a brain dead approach. You've got to be thinking also about what's going on in the moment of the game. What does it gain you? The thing with the players, and they do that stuff, like DJ Dallas, you swung the punch to what? Show what a badass you are? I mean, Artie Burns, you come back and then you try to deck the receiver with both hands to do what? To tell him to not block you as hard the next play? Do you think that's going to prevent that receiver from blocking you any less hard? You accomplish nothing with that. You're certainly not hurting him. You're not causing them any pain. The receiver jumps right up and celebrates because he's caused you to have a penalty flag drawn. It doesn't make sense. Thank you, Garth, for all your donos. And I know Mom definitely was saying she's got that wry smile when you bring up the Maker's Mark and the Nog recipe. She's over there nodding, going, yep. She knows it's good. I can only have it every once in a while because it'll hit you hard. That's for sure. It'll hit you in the wazoo. Just a reminder, folks, we will be doing a post-game stream over on the Bleacher Report today. So you can find me over on that side of things here post-game. The description's down in the link below. I'll paste it here as well in the in the chat. You do have to download the app, but if you do download the app, I'll be doing a quick half-hour show over there as soon as this game wraps up. Doesn't ever let me pin this thing like I want to. For some reason. Let me pin it. No, it's in there. Even though it's not letting me pin the message. So I put the link in the description if you guys want to watch. As soon as this wraps up, we'll be bouncing right over there, though, post-game here to the Bleacher Report side of things. So, here's the kickoff. DJ Dallas will field this inside his own end zone, and he will down it there. We've got 3:21 on the clock. Seahawks are down by 4. They're going to need a touchdown. The early game action, we've got Falcons up 23-10 on the Colts. We also have Detroit up 30-21. So Detroit is doing their part here to help the Seahawks out if they want to try to get in. Hawks are going to have to do the heavy lifting here, though. You're going to need a touchdown drive to make this happen. So potentially 4-down mode here, kind of depending on how this kind of drive opens up, I'm sure. Hawks do have all 3 of their timeouts. But boy, you don't want to really try to trust going back and giving the ball back to the Titans with Henry when they just need to run the ball out when they've had kind of the day they've had and run the ball for the most part. All right, shotgun look here for Geno Smith. He's going to throw a little bubble screen out here to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith is going to go for about 4 yards there. So bring up 2nd down. Second and 6. Titans bring in a blitz. Geno picks it up, tries to throw it to DK and throws it behind DK. I don't think Geno was quite ready for the blitz to come like it did there. Titans did a good job of kind of hiding their intentions on that play. He had DK open, but he threw it behind him. Third down and 6. Geno and shotgun. Titans showing a pressure look. Drop out of it. Geno dropping back to pass. Out to Lockett there for a 1st down. Nice job by Tyler. Quietly having a pretty good game here today. That's his 6th catch for 61 yards. 2 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock here. All the time in the world here as far as this drive's concerned with the 3 timeouts. No need to rush. 1st and 10 here for Geno and shotgun now. Delayed give to Kenneth Walker. He'll only get about 2 or 3 yards. That looked like that was maybe going to be able to go for a little bit more. I love that call there by Waldron. I thought he was going to catch him at that point, but didn't quite. Geno back in shotgun again. Drops back to throw. Got to get rid of the ball, Geno. Got to get rid of the ball. He is sacked by Harold Landry. Going to bring up a 3rd and very, very long conversion need here for the Hawks to pull this off. And this will probably take us down to the 2-minute warning. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Bear with me, I'll be right back. Okie dokie. David, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate you for that. Merry Christmas as well. As great as last week's win was, a loss this week would be a disaster. I can't look at it much of any other different way than you put it, David. Being that this is a game you just, what's your excuse for losing this game if you're the Seahawks? You know, what do you go to? I mean, if you're even an ardent Coach Carroll supporter in this game coming in, you find yourself down 17-13 in this game. How? I understand you're on the road. I understand it's 10 a.m., but this Titans team is not one that should be up like this, as evidenced by how restricted they have been offensively. And defensively, you'd think they'd have all 12 of their starters out there or 11 starters the way that they're playing this game. You'd think Jeffrey Simmons was out there instead of being absent. But they've been bringing it. They've been bringing it with a fire and an energy. They certainly are, tackling better and doing better in the ground game than our Hawks are on the other side of it. Yeah, I think that's not a bad way of putting it, David, at all. And it's going to be frustrating as hell if we walk out of this with an L this game. Third down and 14 for the Hawks. Geno in shotgun. DK will go in motion and end up aligned in the slot here. Titans showing a 4-man front. Geno lets it rip. Gets it to Jackson Smith and Jegba for a first down. Geno absolutely threw a fastball, but we got a flag. Holding on the defense. Whew. Holding on the defense. Thank God. Okay. First down, boy, and a great throw by Geno. He had to rip that ball in there with some absolute steam in order to make it happen. Great throw there. Hawks find themselves at the 50-yard line now. 1 minute and 53 seconds, 1st and 10. Charbonnet in the backfield, 4-man pressure look here from the Titans. Geno dropping back to throw. He's looking. He's going to let this rip, and it'll be out of bounds. Just kind of throwing that one, I think, away there to Tyler Lockett, 2nd and 10. No doubt about it now. I think you're in 4-down territory here. So you don't have to, from a Geno perspective, get this all at once. Just get this ball, move up the field. The clock's not really a factor here. Right? 1:49 to go in this game. Hawks to the midfield stripe. 2nd and 10 with Geno. 4 wide receiver look. Titans bringing a blitz. Geno run. Throws it out to Tyler Lockett for a first down. He could have ran for it and probably got the first because the blitz went past him and he had an opening there, but he did find Tyler coming back there. Tyler with a catch and a first and out of bounds. Waldron's going to have his full playbook to work off of here, as now you are inside the 40-yard line of Titans territory. Nice throw by Geno there. Good movement, pocket mobility as well to move up and move away from that pressure. They're going to have that play under review. That's a catch. It's a catch all day. Got to be a catch. Jonathan Salazar, thank you for the $5 donation. Geno read the play. Geno read the play. I don't want to hear anyone say Geno should be our start over Drew. At least he would try to get rid of the ball, get the ball out. He did it for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's definitely, Jonathan, thank you for the $5 donation. I've had a couple of folks that have mentioned that a little bit about Drew being a little bit more, just trusting the reads, going through the reads and getting it out. And it could be that just maybe Geno's holding the ball longer where Drew isn't. I will say a lot of what you did with Drew Lock last week was you really kept him in the box. In watching the All-22, Jonathan, it was very clear as well. There was a lot of every throw was really programmed to be just a short throw, and part of that was in your approach offensively to be as dedicated to doing that, and that you weren't even going to try to push the ball up the field. I think in this game, there's been a little bit more of an onus with Geno to try at the very least on some of the intermediate throws, which require a little bit longer in the pocket to hang in there to get those throws off. But, it's been an up and down day for me for Geno here. I do think though with Drew again last week, those certainty throws come from the fact that I got a 6-7 yard route, throw it. The coaches have told me to throw it. When it's not there, I'll still then just kind of chuck it out of bounds and call it a day there, like, you had on the intentional grounding play, where it's even if it's not there. So I think they're just calling a little bit of two different offenses between the two, especially going up against that Eagles defensive front last week versus maybe necessarily the Titans front. Now you can make the argument, Jonathan, for sure, maybe we should have a little bit more of that short passing instituted into this game plan than we have, rather than the long developing games. And I will totally give you some room on that to say that there's been some moments in this game, Geno holding on the ball in the pocket for too long, being uncertain in his decision-making, where you're right. I don't think that that's necessarily a part of Drew's game that he brings to play. I do think, though, you do get a little bit with Drew on it if you have him start instead of Geno in this game, whereas Geno's not, has not had any fumble lost or any interception thrown or any real close to having a ball intercepted. I think you might get that on the other side of that from Drew in this game. But like I said too, Jonathan, you're not alone on this. A lot of folks in the chat, I've seen the lock emoji posted a ton today, have felt that way and feel that way, that that's the better option to be had. Certainly, I think we're at this point, we're pretty solidly in the spot of nobody's completely sold on the way either quarterback's completely played up until this point this year. I think that's at least the bottom line I think we all kind of agree on. But thank you, Jonathan. Merry Christmas. Going to drop back is Geno Smith on this play. He's going to hit Jackson Smith and Jigba for a nice little 4 or 5 yard route as the play will stand to Tyler Lockett. I like going to the short little catch there with Geno Smith there, is just get some yards on first down. You're in 4 down territory. Even if it's 30 downs, time's really not a factor here. Titans are going to bring a blitz. Geno lets it rip. Nice catch by Tyler Lockett. A little bit low, but he was able to reel it in for a first down. Lock now starting to have really a good day here today. First down catch, out of bounds, clock stops. You have all of the plays that you still want to call upon in the playbook here now from Waldron's perspective. Still 3 timeouts on the board from Seattle's standpoint here. Geno in shotgun. 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. He's going to let it rip over the top. Throws it up there for Jake Bobo. 2 defenders there. Bobo unable to reel this one in. Ball just a little bit high, too. There was no chance you were completing that one. $11-play drive, 1:14 left on the clock. Titans bring in a blitz. Geno recognizes the blitz coming. He's going to adjust his protections accordingly. Blitz is coming. Geno picked it up right. The throw deep. And we're going to have DK Metcalf drugged to the ground, and he's going to get a penalty flag. This should be PI on Avery. DK calling for the penalty, and it came fast. He didn't even have to wait. He didn't have to make his case to the official. They just called the flag. DK running a post route here, and safety wraps him up around the waist. Instant first down for the Hawks. 1st and goal. Seattle on the 5-yard line. Charbonnet in the backfield now. Inside give to Charbonnet. Charbonnet lowering his head, pushing. Down to the 1-yard line, a 4-yard gain for Charbonnet. Titans will call their first timeout now. All right, 2nd and goal. 1:04 to go. Seahawks on the 1-yard line. Down 13-17 here to the Titans. They have been 1 of 3 on their red zone trips today. Handoff into Charbonnet. He is wrapped up in the backfield instantaneously. Geno Smith is making a play, is trying to say to the official, the guy jumped offside. Part of this has been the fast snap count by Geno Smith that the Titans have been able to time up today. They've had an easier time of getting that done. And it didn't even really time it up. Just he left unblocked off the edge. Strange call to just leave the defender unblocked to the play side you're running there. Third down and goal. 2 down territory here, and the Titans do take their second timeout after that play. Geno in shotgun, 3 wide to the far side of the field. Colby Parkinson to the near on his own. Charbonnet in the backfield. Geno back to throw. He drops back to pass. He looks. Touchdown, Seahawks! Colby Parkinson, manned up there. He just set up down in the post like a power forward there, like Sean Kemp used to, down low. Gary Payton would feed him down inside. And then just use the big man's body against the defender. Let's go. Touchdown, Seahawks. And they're going to take the lead. Woo! It wasn't fancy. It wasn't some scripted play with a lot of moving parts. You get Parkinson with the 3 wide receivers to one side of the field. You'll line him over to the near. You're going to get one-on-one with him to that side. You have a guy at damn near 6'7" with long arms going up against a guy that looks about sub 6 foot tall. And that's a lot of body for the defender to get through there. It does turn into, just like I talked about, a defender down in the post trying to edge that guy out in the post, and the defender's got to work through the man to get to the ball, which is very hard to do at times. But this is something that we've talked about Parkinson has in his game that doesn't get utilized a lot by the Seahawks. Bringing that when you went to him with Stanford and saw him coming out in the draft, there were so many trust throws by Stanford to Parkinson down in the red zone, just throwing it up, letting him with that big body go get it. Because when you have a defender at 6 feet tall and you have another guy at 6'6" with long arms who also has jumping ability like Parkinson does, it becomes very hard for that guy to sometimes get to the ball as quickly as the bigger, longer offensive player in Parkinson's case could on this particular throw. Great play by Parkinson. I love the trust throw by Geno. We haven't seen enough of these to Parkinson at times because he's got this in his bag to be able to do it. But a great drive as well executed by Geno Smith. He's had an up and down game. He had what I would call a pretty miserable first half, but he has executed some well-to-do drives here. And let's remember when he's doing this, he's doing it on the back of really without much of any kind of ground game. 20 carries, 58 yards in this game as far as what you've been able to muster up. So it's been really on the back of what you've done throwing the ball and throwing the ball solely in order to find any of your success today. It doesn't excuse the whole game, but that's a fourth quarter drive to go back and win it again. And a fourth quarter drive to go back and win it again when he's already done this a couple of times this year. You got the Browns game. You got the Lions game. We went down went down and got a field goal. Geno has shown you that he can be clutch when you need him to be it. But now the Titans do have time here now. There is going to be 57 seconds left on this clock. 1st and 10 here for Tannehill. He's got 1 timeout remaining. So still enough time to get yourself into field goal range, though the Titans have not necessarily run the ball well today. Empty look to start this off for Tannehill. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking under some pressure. He's going to be brought down to the ground by Boye Mafe with his 2nd sack of the day. Let's go. Ran in the cut, has been a member of the Hawks Nest for 5 months. He says, touchdown. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Ran. Let's go, Ran. Feels good, man. So 50 seconds to go. I think the Titans might have called the timeout there after that play. Big sack and a big moment there right on 1st down to cause that. All right. 2nd and 14. Indeed, the Titans have no more timeouts. 21-yard line. Tannehill back in shotgun. Dropping back to pass. He's going to complete this inside. Nice play. That's almost a 20-yard gain there to the tight end. Hawks dropping back in a super soft, pillowy soft zone there. 1st and 10 here. Tannehill's going to spike this with 35 seconds left to go. They're now to the 38-yard line. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, I effing hate shotgun runs at the goal line. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either, Snail. I don't, especially when you leave one of the defenders on the line on the edges unblocked. These defenders crash too hard post snap to be doing that type of stuff. And modern offenses are going to have to start to adjust with this leaving unblocked thing. I know they're trying to get a numbers game to the other side of the field by leaving them unblocked. But boy, when those guys scream like a bat out of hell, it's just the plays are DOA. 2nd and 10 here for Tannehill after the spike. Got some time in the pocket to set up and move. He's got a man open, and the Hawks again giving up an easy completion for 11 yards. They are definitely not running anything close to what we call tight coverage here, trying to keep it clean deep, I suppose. But here's just a short drag route across the field where nobody picks him up. Gotta love the Hawks zone defense where nobody picks him up. That should be the nature of the zone defense. We drop to a spot, but we don't necessarily pick anybody up. 1st down and 10 here. Tannehill back in shotgun. Dropping back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought to the ground. Another sack, Draymond Jones. The pass rush coming in big, and you need it. Come on, let's go. 2nd down, the clock is winding up. Here we go. 10 seconds to go. Throw out wide. He's going to get tackled out of bounds. 5 seconds left. No, they say he's inbounds. That will be it. The Seattle Seahawks have taken the game from the Titans, snatched this victory from the jaws of defeat. And the Hawks find themselves now with a Vikings loss today in the playoff hunt, potentially still ready to now go completely control their own fate due to the Lions win. Take a 20-17 game. Let's go, Seahawks. I am going to be busting over here really quickly to do Daniel Tilson. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be doing a post-game report over on the Bleacher Report. Please do check down in the description section below for that link. You got to download the app. If you download the app, we'll be doing a half-hour quick post-game reaction over there. Then I'll be back over here to do some post-game discussion here over on the Hawks Nest. So please do click that link to hop on over there if you would like to check it out. I will post it here one more time for you guys here. This link for you. Appreciate you guys watching. Ran the cuts, and that's a dub. Mafe with 2 sacks. How about that? Thank you for the donation. Mafe doing his part today. Barry Sotoro, thank you for the $5 as well. Finishing us up right. Props for Tariq popping that dude at the end of the game with a bad shoulder. Well done by Tariq. Great play. Kept him in bounds at the same point in time, Barry, so the clock ran out. It was a beautiful thing. I will get back to you guys. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate you for that. I got to sign off here because I got to bounce over to the Bleacher Report, but we will be back here. Disclosure, thank you for subscribing. Please do pop over on the Bleacher Report side of it here, but until we get back in a couple hours, please don't you ever forget. Oh, we got Roxanne says, I love the Hawks winning, a grit and gut it out type of win. My nerves are shot. Lions are giving us a gift, apparently. Merry Christmas, Hawks Nest. Go Hawks. Merry Christmas to you, Roxanne. Sorry, I got to sign off fast because I got to bounce over to the other stream here, but great win. Huge win. Let's keep it going next week. Roxanne, thank you for all your donations and support to the chat and all your donations today. So let's go, Hawks. We got the win. We control our fate. Playoff bound, maybe still yet. I will be back soon. You guys are donating super chats. I appreciate that, but I got to sign off because I got to get over the Bleacher Report. It's got to be instantaneous after, but we'll be back here on the post-game discussion. So until I can have a chance to get back until that time, please, my fellow Seahawks faithful, don't you ever forget, go Hawks.